Hello, Internet, and welcome to Ward 47. Thanks for joining us today. We are very excited to be back playing some Parslings with you today. Before we get into it and talk about what's going on in today's session, because even I am not entirely sure what the next plan of action is. We're going to I'll talk about what we got going on the channel for you out there. If you want to watch anything else that we do here on GGK, you can join us next. I think our next regularly scheduled stream will be on Monday for Red Jenny, which is another game that I run. We are playing the Dragon Age TTRPG, and they're in the middle of four different encounters right now, simultaneously. So
one of them's going
one
good.
Of which is just Ven maybe getting lucky. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
putting in effort.
One social encounter. And 3 combat encounters. So yeah, come join us on Monday.
There's a naked lady.
Hopeful resolution of that.
But you have to guess where she is.
Yeah. And then for the rest of the week, their schedule should be mostly normal. I think Thursday's still up in the air. But
80-15 we'll play. We'll see.
Okay. We will let you know.
What's the other 5%?
I meant 85. I can't math. Do not judge me.
The other 5% is allotting for in case one of us gets a migraine.
There you go.
That's fair. Yeah, look below our faces if you're watching us live on Twitch. You can see our schedule and everything that we've got going on the channel. That's pretty much it. I'm going to go and let my lovely players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing tonight. Starting, as always, with Van.
That's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Savvy Seaworth, pretty much wherever you can find people on the internet. I'm not really on social media right now, but you can find me mostly hanging out on Discord, in the GGK Discord, posting random shit, and live on Twitch several days a week. I am on twitch.tv/lbhackemup on Sunday nights, playing Dungeons & Dragons and Playthings of the Gods, which should be back tomorrow. Very excited. And then Thursdays through Mondays on this channel, playing in several games, and also running Dungeons & Dragons on Saturday mornings before this lovely show. We're doing Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and it's full of chaos right now. But today, I'm playing Aiden Rose, who is a well-meaning scientist with a passion for art.
Hello, everybody. I am RJ, and you can catch me at RJosis282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes stream with my friends. You can catch me, of course, here on Saturdays, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Over at the Hype Goblins channel, Sunday mornings and Thursdays for D&D and Pathfinder 2nd edition, respectively. Indoor Adventures on Mondays, and on Sunday evenings over at Neon Lights Roleplay, where we're playing a game in a system known as Print Weavers, which is a Dark Souls-inspired game where you do your stats using your fingerprints. It's really cool. Also, I have a secret project coming up that I'm gonna announce in a week or two, just because things are getting settled. But yeah, today I'm playing Yuri, and he's doing his best. Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride! I think I'm next. Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me all over the internet at Greek Sid. I am here Thursdays through Mondays, mostly playing in games. I do run our game of Elegance and Vigilance on Thursdays, 7 o'clock Eastern. It's Good Society with D&D smushed in. It's Regency superheroes. It's a grand old time. They just had an epic fight with some automatons. It was bananas. But yeah, come check out more social battle, I believe, next time with a very special tea. Thursdays, 7 o'clock Eastern. This afternoon, I will be playing Amaris Brennan. Amaris is an observant wallflower with an eye for tech and a love of poetry.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventure stream. You can also find me at Danae Keener on Twitter. I've got a pinned tweet there. You can see my schedule and all the things that I'm up to. However, today I'm going to be playing as Mori, who is a faceless voice of the people. DanaeKeener.com.
DanaeKeener.com.
Dot
Hi, everyone.
com.
I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown looking around the internet. I am here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games. I already talked about the 2 games I run on this channel. I play in a bunch of other ones in between. Join all stuff, follow some places. Are y'all ready to get started? Alrighty. Previously on Ward 47, you all find yourself in the city of Nouveau Paris, the recently re-emerged city of Paris, having inexplicably, or as you have discovered through the power of Parasite magics and abilities, you have has re-emerged. The waters that once covered it after the great cataclysm that covered a large portion of the world with water having ebbed away, and you investigating your this strange disturbance infiltrated the city past the Tri-Euro Federation forces to find out exactly what's going on. Amaris reconvened with Yuri, Aiden, and Mori at the Louvre, the base of operations for one of the 3 gangs that have taken up residence within the city, the headquarters of the Undoing. You met and spoke with the leader, a teenage girl named Riddle, who leads this group of sort of enchantment-focused parselings that have formed this paragraph for the sole purpose of reclaiming a parse gifted artifact, a very powerful one called the Author's Brush, that is seemingly or allegedly hidden somewhere in the city of Paris. You found out from Riddle that her group had been sort of put on the trail or called to the city by the members of the Revelations, this group of incoherents that serve directly this force called the Collective. You got a chance to speak with Riddle a bit, passing yourself off as investigators from Sinnoh and friends of Memento, or Ego, I should say. You got
To be fair, Ego set the groundwork for that. Ego
Yes.
talked to us up. So
Yeah. And Riddle seemed friendly and seemed to offer you her help, asking for yours in return in trying to find this brush. Through some successful persuasions and negotiations, you were granted access to their base and their research. You scoured some of the maps that they had found. Most of the parselings in the city believing at this point that the brush must be hidden somewhere within the catacombs under Paris. The current entrance, or the only known or established entrance to the catacombs, is protected by one of these other factions called the Blighted, group of embodiment-focused parselings led by Poison. You decided to try to find an alternative entrance to the catacombs instead of facing these parselings directly in a fight. You scoured these maps, potentially found a couple of locations that may give you access to the catacombs, and set out. As the day was coming to a close, you left the Louvre, heading over to the where you left your vehicle, a couple of blocks over, and encountered some snail lingua along the way, which you handily frightened off After I think they got in a couple of shots against you, but you're able to scare them off and continue along your way. And after a little bit of conversation, Amaris sort of pointing out that one of the members of the Revelations, Mello, may be able to be turned to your side. You decide to send Mello a message through the use of a parse. You succeeded in doing so, sending off a raven across the city, a parse-formed raven with a message for Mello. And we ended last session with a bit of a scene where, though our characters didn't see it, Mello sitting in a oh geez, what did I call it?
It's like a church.
It's the Hotel de Invalidas. Des Invalidas. I don't know. I can't speak French. Why did I say that in this place? Which is kind of a museum slash former like like a historical military hospital turned into a museum. There's also like a church attached to it as part of it, and Mello, sitting in that church, received this message just before Grim, Mag, and of course Ego arrived, before them seemed to set off on some kind of plan together. And that's where we pick up. Immediately after you send out this parse, you know that the parse succeeded in its intent in sending this message to Mello. The result of that, you'll have to wait and see. But you're all at the car currently, with the city at your disposal. What would you like to do?
It's a great question, actually.
Uh-huh.
Should we go to the entrance?
Maybe we should wait for it to turn night.
And so I understand, maybe we talk a little bit about character too. Were you planning on going to the Hotel de Invalidus? Were you planning on going there to look for an entrance there? I think that had been at one point discussed, because you knew that it was where.
Yeah, because we've seen on some of the maps
I
that, like,
do remember
it looks like
talking
there was an
about
old
that.
one, a potential old entrance there that folks didn't seem to know about.
Yeah. I think like the argument was that it would possibly be less guarded. It's a higher risk, higher reward sort of situation, where it's like they might not expect us to be so bold as to try and get in through their back door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I do remember making that joke last time. Yeah. So you're at the car. Is there anything you want to discuss before you head that way?
Are you gonna be okay, Aiden?
Oh, probably.
Sorry. God. Mori drops something loud and clattery in the car. Well, obviously, if everything goes right, no one will know that we were there. But just in case not everything does go right, and we wind up engaging, just remember, we're looking to incapacitate rather than destroy.
Definitely.
All right.
And if things get bad, we run. Right?
Right. We're all gonna be okay. If we stick together, there's nothing we can't do.
Taxes. Those are hard.
Well, that's why you have me. because I have access to a very good accountant. Puts the car in drive. I'm not driving. Aiden, go.
Mori reaches
drive if
over
you
and puts the
want.
car in drive.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Chris, don't do that.
All right.
I put the car in drive.
Aiden, you pull out of this,
Sensing that Mori's ready to go.
you pull out of this alleyway and begin your slow drive. I imagine, are y'all trying to keep, here's my question, are y'all trying to keep to like back roads, alleyways, trying to stay off of like major thoroughfares, or are you trying to take the quickest way there possible?
Getting to the hotel.
I say
What
slow and
territory?
steady wins the race. But
Yeah, probably.
Back roads. Like the whole point is that we don't get caught or don't get detected.
Okay. So you have to do a bit of like off-roading and navigating some roads that have not been cleared out. Most of the like main thoroughfares here have been cleared out by these by the parcelings that have made their home now in Paris. They are they are sort of not wanting to take that risk. You stick to some roads that haven't been cleared out. It's slow going. I imagine there are a couple times where you're forced to get out of the vehicles yourselves and move some things out of the road so that the car can get past. It ends up taking you what would normally probably be like an hour drive. Takes you several hours to
Could
get
I
there.
help expedite the process by having Yuri scout ahead on foot? Essentially, like going from rooftop to rooftop to try and plot a course to where we're going to just navigate the more less detritus-filled paths.
That's
Also, as considering that I did just basically do like a pep talk, I'm gonna activate my public speaker trick, granting an additional card to my allies.
okay.
Pursuing
Let's-
the goal of not being detected.
Okay. Which I imagine trying to find like the quickest way to get through. We can play that in. I will have let's do perception or investigation.
Let me tell you, I'm good at one of those things.
Let's do insight perception. That would be a perception
Perfect.
check. I'm gonna say you're looking for a 14.
I don't think there's a way for me to get that. No.
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 Okay.
Even not with an extra card.
I only have 4 spade cards in my deck,
Fair
and
enough.
they're of the lowest value. I don't think they
You
add
wanna-
up to 14.
Do you want to just take the grave failure?
Can I take the Grave Failure?
You can. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I will make it hurt, but yes.
Trade a single experience point for narrative consequences.
If you
What
do
fun is a game where we're all safe, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, player safety is important. Character safety, on the other hand.
Okay. You taking the
Oh.
grave failure?
I'll take the Grave Failure.
All right. So Yuri, trying to scout about. I mean, you move pretty quickly with your new kind of incoherent body. Actually, being outside the vehicle, running around your own, feels good. Feels much better, and you are doing your best to kind of navigate the group across the city. You find a bridge, or enough of a bridge to get the vehicle across the Seine, and begin guiding them west towards the hotel. When you find a few, or kind of trying to navigate the best areas. You're looking for these obstacles, and to get around one obstacle, you have you instruct Aiden to take a hard turn on one of the upcoming roads. Again, you're not going very fast, like, you know, probably like 10, 15 miles an hour, moving through here, trying to be as careful as possible. Aiden, as you take the turn that Yuri has instructed you to make, you immediately see ahead of you something that Yuri missed from his vantage point. There is a large sinkhole in the ground here. And Aiden, I am going to need you to make a check to avoid driving into it. Let's do a... there's a riding skill, right?
Yes, there is.
I think it's just straight up drive, right?
It's riding.
Riding.
Yeah, it's riding.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Defensive driving is one of the feats checks. It's gonna be finesse plus ride. If you're looking for clubs.
Okay, so that's gonna be, I think, 5 for me. Yeah. Clubs.
Yep.
You may draw an additional card for this check.
I love to hear that. Shit, okay. I'll burn a diamond for this. I don't want the card to go into a sinkhole. I can't. Oh my god, I can't do that. 10?
10. You cut the wheel and slam on the brakes, trying to avoid the driving into the sinkhole. You manage to not just drive fully into it to a point that would be dangerous to the rest of the group. However, you feel a thung as your front right tire falls through the hole, and you hear the scraping of metal as the car bottoms out, now like kind of halfway in the hole ahead of you, and just hear the wheels kind of like not able to gain any traction.
Okay, everyone in the back.
Stop doing that so the car doesn't continue to go forward.
Yeah, you immediately throw the car off or in park.
Everyone get in the back seat. A little more.
The car's not like
Yeah,
teetering.
no, I think we're
it's
good.
we're not like
Okay.
Jurassic Park where it's gonna be in.
Okay.
It's like the front
That's
right
immediately
wheel
where my
is
brain
in.
went.
You're not in danger of the car falling in. However, without getting the car out of this hole, you will not have access to the car for the rest of us.
Can I just pull the car out?
I was gonna say we can try to.
I mean, you can try.
Can we parse a bridge?
Well, I mean, or we can literally put it in neutral and just start like trying to push. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say just some.
I just like to parse all of our problems away.
with how deep, like, this would be normally something that would require like a tow truck to get out. You would not be able to push the car out of this situation. I mean, it is bottomed out, like front right tire is all the way in, like the car is resting against the pavement that hasn't crumbled away
Right.
by the underside.
And in order to get like good leverage to actually lift it, if you were, going to use your big strong boy muscles, you would literally have to be in the sinkhole.
Yeah, you would have to be standing like on the edge of the sinkhole to lift it up,
Okay.
and you're not sure how stable the edge here is. Again, you seem fine right now.
Guess not very.
Yeah. You're in a dangerous spot if you stay in the car.
All right, everybody out the other side.
Yuri
All right.
hops down from a roof and lands. Shit, sorry, I didn't see that.
Oh, it's okay. They're hard to see till you're right up on them, I think.
We
Worth
crawl
trying
out
to
the
get it
left
out.
side.
Now we get out of the car, and a little ways away from the sinkhole, just in case.
Yeah.
Do you guys...
Just the mental image of Mori just opening up the right car door and just
Do you
Just
guys
not
think it's worth
thinking
trying to pull
reading
it
is
out?
some emails.
The problem being the ground around it's super unstable, so we don't know if it's gonna give or not.
Exactly.
Could we... Amaris, how long do you think it would take you to, get in there and get what we need tech-wise?
I don't know how much of it we could carry.
I'm pretty strong.
I say it's worth a shot parsing.
We could just... Is
Use
there...
Ultra Hand to grab the car.
I use
and
Ultra
move
Hand
it
to grab the car, lift it up, and set it down on the other side.
Well, damn, I
Um,
didn't think about your ultra hand.
turn it right side up.
Aiden has two. They're like power knuckles.
Yeah. Oh, I'm calling them Ultra Hands now. That's what they are. I have
Lift
a
it up.
question.
Glue it to a wall.
Is the sinkhole, like, across the entire road? Or if we were to, be able to get the car out, could we then go around it?
Yeah, it's not across the entire. I'd say it's about like a about 4 feet wide.
But we
it's
could,
not
like, drive the car around it, as long as the tire's not busted.
Yeah.
Here's an important question to Val.
Uh-huh.
Is this car front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, or all wheel drive?
Actually, I think that's actually in the book. Let me check. It's off road, so I think it's all wheel drive.
All-wheel drive?
If we could get a rope underneath the bumper and leverage it up somewhere, you and I can pull up the front and someone can reverse it back out.
Yeah. Or... if we're trying to do as small of a parse as possible, all we'd have to do is shore up the ground underneath the front tire. Could reverse it out and go around. It just depends on what kind of energy we want to expend.
Whatever's quickest. We need to get there before anyone finds us.
Out of character talking about parse levels, what would be less of a gnarly parse? Making somebody strong enough to haul that thing out, or shoring up the ground underneath so that we could just drive it out?
It's only underneath really that front tire, so we could just like transmute it into something real solid for a minute, just enough to back out.
'Cause
Yeah.
It doesn't have to
my
be like a
brain-
long-term effect.
We need to keep in mind that we're close enough now that they can sense us parsing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's another thing to consider. Yeah, I mean, definitely strengthening the ground in the area so that you don't have to worry about it breaking, and then Yuri and Aiden using their tremendous strength. I mean, it'd be a pretty assisted by parsing. It would be a pretty hefty check to try to lift an SUV. But even between the two of you,
If we can get the right leverage.
Just pretend that your child is trapped under it, the adrenaline and do the rest.
but strengthening the area around it would be a fairly simple parse. I'd probably put that like probably like a moderate parse.
I think simple
Sensing a
parses-
parse, yeah, like sensing a parse, they wouldn't know who was parsing. If it was a simple parse, I mean, there's a bajillion parselings in the city right now, right? They wouldn't know who did it. They would just know where it was, right?
Well, that's something to consider. There are a bajillion parselings in the city, and all of them would sense a parse happening here. If any members
That's how
of the
worried we think they would
you're
be
not
about it.
necessarily just worried about the revelation sensing you, you're also
Everyone
worried
else.
about everyone else sensing you. And if there are any other, like, if let's say some of the shapers or the blighted are nearby, they would sense it and probably come to check it out.
I'm pretty sure in the rule books there's also a rule set for concealing a parse.
There is, yeah. You could attempt to
We did that
conceal
last
it.
time when we sent the thing to
Mhm.
Mello. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of debris and stuff around. If we could find like a metal girder or a big old piece of rebar or something, we might be able to get enough leverage just to lift it enough for somebody to be able to back the car out if we don't want to risk it.
I say we give that a shot, and then if it's tanked, then we go from there. Yeah.
I'm game.
We're going for the physicality.
Okay, so just between the four of you trying to
The
Lift
big
the-
old.
car out through brute force. Okay.
We're keeping it
Uh,
low enough that it's not an issue for Yuri's incoherency, right?
No,
We're
Well,
not
you're
gonna
not-
parse. We're
You're
literally
not doing
gonna
the part.
get a big piece of rebar and try
Oh.
to use it as a
We're gonna try to do
Well,
it without
humble
parsing.
machine.
Well, and I would say there's probably also like a jack in the car too, that you might be able to.
Jack's in
Have
there
to.
too. Let him out.
You'd probably be able to use to assist you. Okay. This is what we're going to do then. We're gonna make this an extended check. Because this isn't something you're gonna be able to do in like a single action. This is gonna be minutes or longer to do. So who is sort of leading the situation? Who's putting in the most? Like, I guess who's
Stronger.
doing the heavy lifting?
Probably Yuri.
Okay.
I can also
Um,
wolf out if need be to increase my stats.
You could.
That require a coherency check?
No, it does not. It does require me to spend syllables though.
You're not parsing.
No, that wouldn't be a parse. So you could do that.
It's
Without,
an internal parse.
yeah. Okay. Do you want to spend the syllables on that, Yuri?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So what we will do then is this will be a force athletics.
Oh, I might not even need to do that then. Okay.
You are going to need what is your athletics?
My athletics is +3.
Okay. That means you can make, as far as this extended check, you can make 3 checks to accomplish this.
Okay.
You are going to need a total to lift this car. I'm going to say you're going to need a total of 35 successes.
Fuck. Okay.
But we can assist.
You can.
I might be able to do it.
Well, it's over more than one check, so
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not in one check. It's an extended check.
Yeah. So you can do 3 checks, and people can assist. One person can assist per check.
I guess that's Aiden then. Or Mori if Mori wants to do that wild helping action thing.
I
Yeah,
will again
I
within.
plan.
Yeah, I'm within the realm of reality. I will let Mori assist on one of the checks, but most of this is the brute force. I
Fair
don't
enough.
think Mori's standing there giving verbal
Moral
help.
support.
Is
I'm
gonna-
Pretend your baby's under there. Pretend your baby's under there.
and I'm probably shooting myself in the foot by letting you do even one of these because you get like 15 on average with these.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm doing Mori support.
So here's the one other wrinkle I'm going to add to this.
Mhm.
If you get a multiple of 7 on your successes,
Whoa.
it's a grave failure.
Whoa.
What? You're gonna make me do math? That's homophobic.
I can count by sevens. It's fine.
A multiple of 7.
That is
I'm not
that
joking.
is
It's a weird skill I
technically
picked up in like 3rd grade.
that is technically a variant rule for parsing for parse failures that I've never implemented in this. But I'm going to do it for this check because that represents the likelihood that the
Car's gonna fall.
the ground is going to give out underneath you.
Okay.
I
okay.
do.
So
like
if the
that
end
rule.
number is divisible by 7, it's a
Mhm.
grave failure.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a rule
So-
it's an alternate rule in the book for parsing that essentially you don't set that if you get a multiple of 7 on a parse check, no matter how many successes you pulled,
Great failure on that
it's a
check.
great failure on it.
So 7, 14, 21, 28,
35,
35.
42, 49, 56, 63,
Yeah.
70.
So if you
77,
meet it
84.
exactly, it's a grave failure.
Thanks, Val.
So essentially you need a 36, I guess I should say.
Or a 34 and then another check.
Well,
If
you
I
need
wanna
at
do it
least
in
a
Gifted
36.
child simulator.
Yeah.
Okay. So I spent the syllable. I did the articulation check. Yuri takes a breath with like this rebar in his hands, closes his eyes. You see the hair on his head grow longer and fur begin to sprout. His nose and mouth elongate more and fangs come out. He's just full werewolf now. And with a
Well-
quickness, skirts around the side and shoves the rebar under the tire. My force just went up by 4, so now I'm drawing 8, 9, 10, 11 cards out of my deck.
Okay. And bear in mind for an extended check, you have to spend perseverance to recompose your deck.
Yeah.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. 2, 4, 12. I pulled my diamond card. If it's important to you, it's important to me.
okay, sure.
One more. That is not. 12, 15, 15, 21, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33. I'm going to spend a diamond to change my 6 of diamonds into a 6 of clubs. So that's 39.
On your first check?
Yeah.
Without assistance.
What?
Do you want to save the diamond and do a second pull?
I'd have to recompose, which I
Oh.
think
It's either you're
perseverance
spending
too.
the potential or the perseverance. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's 61 half a dozen of the other.
Gotcha.
Sorry, just.
Yeah, well done.
That's absolutely nuts.
The idea that like Mori gets ready to like support him through this, and then he just like fucking lifts the car.
Yeah, I think Yuri, you actually go over with the rebar and you wedge it in, and as you go to yank the rebar back, it just bends. And so you just toss the rebar to the side, grab the front bumper, and just lift the car up. You feel the ground underneath you kind of like slide a little bit, but it holds out, and you drop the car back a couple feet to the side out of the
I'm
hole.
gonna spend my
Okay.
perseverance to recompose. That's important. That was like all my deck. I had like 5 cards left.
Oh, well, but we're about to go to next scene, though, so it's not.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you don't have to spend the perseverance to do it because that ends the check. So you're not in a high intensity scene.
Yuri just turns.
You should be careful. It's a little unstable here.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Good job.
Just a
High paw.
like
High paw.
Yuri fixes his own mistake. You.
Well, there you go.
much like me in life.
Okay, so you all get back in the car. I assume, driving around the sink, except for Yuri, I assume you're still trying to keep an eye out. I would say with the failure, again, you're not able to expedite this process of driving through the city, but you avoid any more sinkholes. I thought about making y'all just drive into another sinkhole like 10 feet down the road.
Straight into it.
This entire session is just going to be me throwing you in sinkholes and then you having to get out of them.
We do that to ourselves enough. You don't have to do that.
No, that would be boring. You head continue across the city, which again it takes you about 2 more hours to get there. Just moving slowly, keeping an eye out. Yuri also keeping eyes out for the any signs of other parcelings in the area from these other factions. You are the sun begins or has set over the horizon, and the city itself is just wreathed in darkness. There are no street lights, anything like that. The only points of illumination that you can see from Yuri, from your vantage point, everyone else, all you can see are the high beams of the car. You can see some light to the northeast towards the Louvre, and you can see lights in the other 2 locations of the these base of operations for these factions over at the Place de la Concorde and the Eiffel Tower. Between here and there, you don't see any lights, but you do occasionally kind of like see some signs of like, flashlights or headlights from vehicles throughout the city of maybe some people moving around in the darkness. But you were able to avoid that from your decision to take a less traveled path. And as you follow the roads, I think Yuri, you're the first to spot, and you motion for the others to stop. I assume you're stopping away from the Hotel des Invalides.
Find another alley to park in.
Okay. Yeah, there aren't as many like close to the. Well, yeah, no, there's some crowded buildings stuff. Yeah, you can find a good place to park.
We can do a little bit of a walk. We just didn't want to like walk all the way across the city.
Yeah, you park like so where the hotel is a pretty like sprawling like open area with these massive like ancient buildings in the center. There's a pretty good visibility from this compound here, but to the east there are some what were formerly probably some restaurants, bars, hotels, now just a strew of rubble and dilapidated buildings. You can find a nice spot to park your vehicle, and yeah, you are just out of sight, about 1 block over to the east.
All right. Shall we?
How much equipment are you bringing with you? I know y'all brought your scuba gear and stuff. Are you gonna bring that at this point, or?
We're not anywhere near water, are we?
The tunnels are
It's
flooded.
underground.
There are
yeah.
sections of the catacombs that are flooded.
We probably need to bring the rebreathers just in case.
We could walk along the bottoms.
Let me put on my iron boots. Sink down.
So what we need to do is we get a canoe, right? And then we put it over our heads so it makes an air bubble.
Like in the pirate movie.
Like in the pirate movie. Sid just has a look that I've never seen before.
Not me seriously trying to think if there's anything in the car we could accomplish this with. I don't think so.
I mean, if we had buckets, put it over your head and just hold it there and walk.
That would be a pretty big bucket.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mythbusters did this, you guys. It's not. It's not. You
it doesn't
can't-
work.
It's not really
No.
great.
Okay.
The canoe thing does, but
Well,
you need
fuck.
to be very strong and like lash fucking handles that you could hold on to
What,
it.
you just
plus weight
ruined that
yourself.
movie for
Well,
me.
because
Wayne.
I assumed the air pocket would make some buoyancy and you'd like float upward.
Exactly.
Now I can't
Boats are
believe any
for.
of it.
No.
My suspension of disbelief has been
Gone.
I'll
re-engaged
never be able to watch
Gone.
that movie again.
It's
or disengaged.
replaced by the suspension of buoyancy.
So I'm
In water.
thinking, How? Okay. Do we have like, we have full scuba gear, like wetsuits and stuff, or was it just like
The air
like
tanks or
rebreathers and like tanks and stuff? Yeah. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, you have. I mean, you have everything you would need for spelunking. Essentially, you have wetsuits,
God.
rebreathers, scuba tanks. You even have some of the Amaris used one to get here, but you have some of those like propulsion, like the underwater, like the
Oh yeah.
Like in Subnautica.
yeah.
So, I mean, anything wearable we go ahead and put on.
Mm-hmm.
If we're only going
Sure.
like a block, and then
Hindsight's fucking
it's
2020.
one less thing to
'cause
carry.
I had the idea of parsing the rebreathers instead of giving us air, filters the water so it subtracts the hydrogen and gives us oxygen. But that's a parse.
I mean, how futuristic are we? Like,
Are we
Are
like
the re-
James Bond with like the two little mini capsules on the side of the
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going with. Like, there aren't necessarily like oxygen tanks. It's more of like the
They're not, like- Yeah. It's like on a mask.
yeah.
That's fine.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can, that can hang
So
around
the-
your neck, and then
Yeah,
can
the
put
big
on a
equipment would
suit.
be the big equipment that you'd be looking at would be any sort of like again the
Digging.
huh.
Any sort of digging? Do we have a shovel or a?
I mean, yeah, I imagine you packed stuff like that. But again, like that sort of equipment is what's probably the bulkiest.
I also have my
that and then
survival
the-
kit still with 5 charges, so
Okay.
I could do.
What did I say that was?
it's basically anything that was like useful. I could say, oh, I have it in
Okay,
my
yeah,
survival
you've
kit.
got kind of like a go bag you can spend. Okay, yeah, that counts.
You got 5 charges on that. That's great. Yeah.
Nebulous bag.
Okay, so y'all wetsuit up, grab your rebreathers and prepare yourselves. Essentially, all wearing cat suits and heading towards the hotel. I'm putting an image in our Discord chat. This is kind of the layout of this structure. It's
Oh,
complex.
Lord, it's like a basilica.
Yeah, there is one large like church or cathedral kind of at the center of it, and it is surrounded by these buildings, the former hospitals, that form this kind of grid pattern around the main building with these courtyards in the middle. You can see the top of this basilica or this cathedral from the streets beyond, kind of peering up over the sides of these buildings, or the tops of these buildings. But it's a very big area to search. Is there
Do
any?
we have a better idea just from the maps that we had of like where this entrance, like to focus more on one of the specific areas?
I think from what I remember from last time, it's not like you had like a location of an entrance. You just know that the catacombs, you know that the revelations had been here, and you know that the catacombs extend almost to this area. So y'all kind of assumed that there must be some sort of entrance here that they would have been using to get in as well.
Yeah.
But you
This is
don't
a
know where that
Sherlock
is.
Holmes deduction situation.
Y'all are going on a hunch right now, but you
Yeah.
don't have like an exact location.
We've
Alright.
worked on less information before.
True dat.
But is your approach going to be just to sneak up to the complex and then start searching around as a group?
I'd
Yeah.
suggest avoiding the main like church area, because if I was some pompous asshole, I'd want to set up there because it's nice and shiny.
Fair.
Hmm.
Or at least save it for last.
So searching the surrounding buildings first to see if you find anything.
Yeah.
Stealthily.
Okay.
We are trying not to be
I-
detected.
I would like everyone to do a finesse. What is the stat? Is it hiding? Is it stealth? I don't know.
It's stealth.
Is it stealth? Okay.
And this is clubs, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's about as good as it could have gotten.
Yep. So the problem being right now with being all in on being a melee focused character is big numbers don't count towards dex. If your draw isn't up to par.
Oh yeah. If your stealth and finesse are not high, then those numbers are not going to do much for you.
This is not
Oh yeah, I'm
bad,
realizing that too.
But I do have 3 that
Oh,
I drew all of my quotes, which means I have 3 hearts, which is bad.
Yeah.
But I can turn one of them, because I do have a diamond, into
Okay.
correct.
Recall
So
that you
that
guys
was
can
it.
draw an extra one
Oh,
on account of my public speaking, except for Aiden, who
thank
used it while driving.
Oh, better.
Okay.
Whatever you get.
9.
Do we have a goal? A goal number?
Yes, you do.
What is
I'm not going to tell you
do
what
we-
it is, but
Don't know it. Are all our checks adding together?
No.
Oh. I see.
I'm just gonna say what I drew before you guys do a bunch of math. I drew 4 diamonds.
okay.
Well, you could
Oh.
use one to change one to another one. To
Yeah,
And
your
waste the
thing-
point and still probably fail because my highest
but
one is a
not have
4.
it be a grave failure.
Or you keep the grave failure and get the experience. At the
And
end
I
of the
will
session.
be out of potential.
I mean, if you're gonna
okay.
have a great failure, I'll go all in. I'm grave failuring too.
I only have 1 point of potential left, and I don't want to waste
I-
it just to fail.
That's fine.
No
That's
clubs.
fine.
Zero
Oh,
clubs.
No.
So we have
Y'all.
two grave failures.
I got a
There.
23. Y'all.
Beautiful. Look at them. Look
I
at them.
didn't I didn't gravely fail.
One.
I'll take it.
And then Yuri got a 9.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
DC was a 5.
So with a 23, a 9, and 2 grave failures, you head in. You approach from the eastern side of the complex. Again, these buildings are, for the most part, still standing. However, there is a section on the eastern side of the complex where some of these buildings have crumbled away, kind of collapsing, and we're just forming like a mountain of debris and stone walls, rubble. You do see upon your approach through, luckily you do have a cover of absolute darkness here, other than the little bit of starlight creeping in from the clouded sky above. It is pretty much pitch black. You all, eyes adjusting to the darkness, begin to creep towards this building across a large stretch of what would have been lawn is now just kind of dirt covered rock strewn field. You pass by what looks like a big rusted cannon that was once positioned on the outskirts of this this museum, this historical area, with these barnacles growing along the side of it. Past that towards the building, you can see there are windows that are smashed out. I mean, most of the windows are broken. You can't see inside due to the darkness. Obviously, no light coming from within. Even darker in there than it is out here. There are a few, there are these rusted gates or like fences that once surrounded the building. However, most of the fence has broken away, leaving an easy path for you to move through some of the broken fence to the building itself. There is closest to you, and there are several along the side, but the one closest to your approach, there is a doorway here. The door itself has long broken away. Half of the door kind of resting against the hinges on the side of the door frame, and you catch this kind of like whistling of wind as it's moving through the building as a breeze kicks up across this pavilion. As you peer into this former hospital, this like historic hospital, you can see some like broken ceiling floor, a little bit of the moonlight and starlight casting across the front entrance here. This old marble tile, stained and cracked, some of it having broken away in places, exposing the concrete underneath. It's you can only see in about 5 feet into the building before it's just total darkness. Is somebody going to bust out a flashlight, or what is the plan for moving through the darkness?
I will.
Okay, Aiden clicks on a small, I imagine you just got like a small like LED flashlight, just giving like a single like beam in front of you, cascading, kind of reflecting off of the marble surface. So I'm going to assume Aiden is leading. You all quietly begin to move into this building. Do I have some scarier music? I don't. I'm going to stick with this. Actually, one second. I think I actually do have a scarier sound. Let's try this. Yeah.
Haunted.
You move
There's
into
lots of bones down there, so you know.
You move into the start. Again, this is stepping into a different time period. What was once a hospital turned into a museum. You can see the remnants of both. Most of the trappings of what would make this place presentable as a museum have washed away, leaving only the bones of this old like turn of the century, actually I think it'd be about like 1700s hospital interior. There are, as you move through the hallway immediately, it cuts off to your right and left like long stretches. You pass doors open into small like hospital rooms that are again like choked with anything that might have washed into here, tables and chairs and things scattered around the floors. Very post-apocalyptic. There are you can see in some places it's like some places just debris and you can't make out anything. Some places it's like eerily unmoved, like a bed that's perfectly in place, like an old hospital bed, kind of the cushions rotted away, just exposing the springs of the mattress underneath. A couple of times you'll be able to see up through the ceiling to a floor above, and overall the ornamentation of like metal, like gold-plated sconces and light fixtures have rusted away, giving this place a very sort of decaying feel to it. Not the kind of vibe you want in a hospital. As you move further into the darkness, only catching small shafts of light from rooms that the windows have broken away from that are not choked with this debris, you feel a breeze moving through this place, pushing behind you and then pulling back, almost like the building itself is breathing. This darkness around you, amplified by this humid, warm, kind of like choking breeze that moves through this space. You begin. You have each of these buildings has somewhere between 2 to 4 floors to them. I'm assuming that y'all are looking for any way to get down, like basement
level.
accesses.
Yeah.
You're looking for a way, like anything that'd be lower, since you're looking for a subterranean like access point. When you reach this first like quarter of the complex, the 4 of you moving through it, feeling this oppressive sense around you, and this darkness, I imagine for like Aiden and Yuri, especially with the claustrophobia and everything, like Aiden, you're not even in the catacombs yet, and this place feels kind of like suffocating, and only imagining what is going to be coming next once you actually find what you're looking for here. This situation is going to get worse for you. Same Yuri, you can feel this like that like clawing inside your chest of the pressure of being in such an enclosed space.
Yuri, eat Aiden's claustrophobia.
Yuri can't do
not
that.
how it works. I think for Yuri, it's also something a bit deeper. Since this was a hospital at some point, it's people forced into beds.
Exactly.
It's the lack of freedom.
I was literally, that was like, you're on the same wavelength as me, because that's like literally what I was gonna say next, is that there's also that like historical memory here of like of a place that represents a place where many came to die and lost that freedom, injured in battle, recovering, being stuck here against their not necessarily against their will, but against their wishes. They and that there is a definite like lack of that feeling of freedom here. That it essentially, that feeling for Yuri, it is like you're walking through it, like an inability to breathe, to gain something that you need to survive at this point. Not that you're starving, because you have had a couple of good meals today. It is, but you can feel like there wouldn't be anything to sustain you here, and that is troubling. Amaris, I'm imagining, not necessarily uncomfortable here. You're in the
Kinda
darkness.
cool.
Yeah, you're in the darkness. It is a space that
It's macabre, it's strange. This is her fucking jam. You kidding me?
exactly. Yeah, so I imagine Amaris isn't necessarily feeling uncomfortable by the location. However, there is that sense of the unknown, and with as dark and as still as this place is, there's just that feeling that anything could be around any corner, and there's not really a chance to prepare for it. You don't know what you're expecting, what to get, and that unknown is, I imagine, what would be the most troubling thing for Amaris, and maybe even Mori too. You kind of charge yourself with protecting your companions here,
Your kids.
and you're going into a scenario where you may not be able to protect them, and you're looking around a place where many came to die, and wondering, and that creeping thought in the back of your head is, we merely here to add to that history? As you find at that point, as these thoughts begin to push in on you, you find a stairwell that leads down to a basement level, and you begin to follow down those stairs, Aiden leading the charge, flashlight illuminating the floor, trying to give enough light for everybody to safely step behind you. As you reach the landing at the bottom of this basement, you can see there's about 5 inches of standing water down here that your boot splashes into. You can feel that's when you're stepping in that long standing water, you feel like your foot kind of slipping on some silt underneath you, and it's unstable footing, probably warning the others behind you of the same, as you kind of like lose your balance for a second, but you catch yourself and take very slow, methodical steps through here. This basement actually looks like it probably connects between a few buildings. There's a long passageway here and more of these antechambers within. Many of them look like storage rooms. You can see like equipment, some signs, some things from like when the museum days. There's also like stacks of maybe things that were in the museum, equipment that was preserved and kept here, but maybe kept out of the public eye. As you can see, kind of a room to your right that's pushed open, you can see laying across the floor, kind of scattered around, crates having been opened and rotted away. You can see rusted looking like surgical equipment, like old like hacksaws, and like again very kind of Renaissance era, or even like Civil War era kind of surgical implements, probably adding to a sense of unease. However, as you continue, Aiden, your light catches something for a second, something that it drips into the floor from the ceiling, like a large drop of water, and your ripples carry across the floor and scan towards it. You look up with your flashlight, and there's something on the ceiling, and you realize it actually extends past you. You hadn't looked. I mean, imagine you're not really looking up that much, and actually extends.
Yes,
back
we
where
are.
you
This is
came.
a horror movie. Of course, we're looking up.
No, you're not. You finally look up. It's a horror movie. No, you're not. As you scan your flashlight up, you realize there's some sort of like residue along the ceiling here, and all of you can see it as Aiden's flashlight hits the ceiling. It's like this dark, this opaque, reflective, but kind of like a slime almost that is covering the ceiling here, and actually comes down to the edges of the walls. It's kind of like dripping down the walls.
Is that?
Yuri's going to take out a knife and kind of just rub it gently against the wall to get a scraping.
Okay. You do that. You move to the wall, taking out your knife. You press the knife into it to kind of scrape some off. As you do, as your knife passes through it, this dark substance retracts away from the knife.
Oh, it's Resident Evil.
And as you do that, and it sort of like moves, there's like this ripple that moves through, like, and then up and then down the hallway. And Yuri, something like clicks, and you realize you see it move, and you see this ripple and pulsing this dark kind of blackish, purplish substance. You've seen this before.
In a
fairly
dream?
recently, in a dream.
Oh, in a dream.
This
I was
looks
thinking
like the
that time there
same-
was a bunch of goop on my mural.
This looks like the same substance that the collective is comprised of.
Would we recognize that too, maybe? Because we met it and stuff?
Yeah, I think it dawns on Yuri first, just having interacted with it, but the rest of you, like that thought is close behind.
think we might be in the right place.
Or the wrong one.
We need to move.
Forward or back out?
Is there multiple like options, or is there?
Yeah, I mean the passage continues ahead of you in the direction that you were going. And it seems that there's more of this substance, like the further down this basement you head into.
If
Okay.
I recall my fever dream, deeper in is where it was leading me.
Yeah.
Something tells me that we need to go more in. In more.
Okay.
Just don't touch it.
What's telling you that?
A nightmare. One
Okay,
where
seriously, don't touch it.
one where the collective was telling me that I should be with the people. More or less.
Right.
Just be careful.
We proceed.
Keep going in.
Okay. You continue, the darkness around you kind of continue to solidify, and actually that substance's residue becoming thicker along the ceiling, and then the walls, you can see it kind of moving like out into the water, and you can see like spots of it where it is kind of, you watch as you move through, it's pretty stagnant. It's not like it's moving, or like it has that like that look of dripping, like it's like paint that's run down the side of the walls, until it is finally just entirely coating it. But you watch every now and then, Aiden, with through the beam of your flashlight, you see where part of it will start to run down the wall and then sort of break off the base of the wall and then float back up towards the ceiling where it hits, and then kind of rejoins the rest, and then a ripple kind of runs through the ceiling. And as it becomes denser, you kind of follow this path leading deeper in. You're not sure how far underneath this building you are. The splashing of the water underfoot, the only really sound that you're making, until that stops. The splashing just cuts. You still move, you take a step forward, your foot hitting the water, but there's no sound.
Amaris snaps her fingers.
Nothing. Silence. Has any of you tried to speak? Nothing comes out. Complete and utter silence.
Mori's
Yuri,
gonna reach out and try and like grab somebody next to him.
Okay, yeah, you grab one of your companions.
Okay. Like the movement is frantic at first, and then just kind of like, oh, there you are. Like pat, good. We're still here. We're all still here.
how many people does Mori count?
Aiden
Might be grabbing onto the wrong person.
No, you grab on.
Zoinks.
You Aiden was towards the front, so maybe Amaris. you just like grab her shoulder. You see the other two in front of you as you try to figure out what to do here. All of you realizing that everything has just gone quiet. But you do also recognize that there is another shape behind you.
Oh
This one is not standing in the water, but instead standing on the ceiling.
No, it's not.
no! There's no shape there.
No, it's not.
You see
That's crazy.
a human shape, feet on the ceiling, kind of head cocked to the side as it's hanging upside down, staring at you, made from the same kind of amorph, like the same like material that seems to have like solidified a bit more in this shape. It seems to have taken on some sort of form, and you can make out a human shape, and you actually see some like texture. Aiden, I imagine like you wheel around with the flashlight towards this figure. You see the darkness, the black shape of, or the black coloring of the ink, fully permeated this entity being almost comprised of complete darkness, except you see like stripes across it of like a lighter kind of gray formed across its body. You see a face that is this sheer like kind of expressionless, except for a mouth that is pursed into a like a small smile, and you see it putting up one hand on the in front of it, and then another hand, and then another, and just like starts to like move in a shape in front of it as its head cocks towards you.
It's a goddamn ink mime.
And you smile, and it smiles at you as you begin
Yeah,
to watch,
I don't.
as you begin to watch other shapes beginning to protrude out from the wall, forming more of these dark mimes that begin
You're
to
a bad person.
step on the walls and move towards you. Let's do initiative.
I want a divorce.
I hate mimes. I hate them.
I'll channel that towards fighting.
Quick, what's the opposite of a mime?
A clown.
No!
Something out of that range of tomfoolery. Like
What's
Fred
the opposite
foolery.
of a mime?
Initiative.
A
We
comedian?
pull one card and then add our initiative bonus. Yes.
Yes.
But Danae, mimes are actually funny. I guess comedians are then the opposite of clowns.
Mimes are pretty funny.
Yeah.
My initiative is 14. Hey.
Uh-oh, John. Aces counts as ones, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is like poker, can blackjack can also count as an 11?
No.
Damn it. 4.
Okay.
Double that to 8.
10.
The good news is all of you can go together.
If you drop down to my initiative.
Well, it won't matter. They got a 22.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Oh, no.
Let's just all go together.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting you out of here.
You see the mimes as they're moving across the floor. Some going down on all fours and scampering across the wall. They launch themselves. They begin to move in your direction. So the mimes are gonna go first. You see. What do I want to do? Yeah. You watch as 2 of the mimes that are running across the walls stop next on either side of you, and the we'll say for Aiden and Yuri, so it's gonna be one attack against everyone. Aiden and Yuri two of these mimes square off with you. One of them like grabs something in the air and then rears back and then swings forward and is going to try to hit you.
With a mimed weapon.
Yes.
If I were to not believe they have anything in their hands, would it affect me? It probably would still affect me.
I don't believe them.
You're not in a box, okay? You're right there.
I've been targeted.
That is 12 against Yuri.
Actually,
And 13 against Aiden.
Okay.
Minus whatever your defense is.
4, 5.
An armor adds to our defense, yes?
Yes, that is correct. As both of them seem to grab something like in front of them, like they're again miming picking up a weapon, rearing back, and as they swing at you and seem to miss, you feel something solid just smack you in the sides of the heads as both Yuri and Aiden are just like thrown to the ground, hammered by these mime weapons. At the same time, the two in the back that were standing on the ceiling, both of them stopped their sort of pantomiming in the air, and then one of them looks over at, I'm gonna say Amaris, grabs in the air and then starts like reeling back in, and Amaris, you feel yourself being pulled down the hallway. I'm gonna need you to make a you're gonna do a let's see, this will be a force athletics.
Oh, great.
Oh, good.
You are trying to beat a 16.
I there's no way. I only pull 3 cards. And this is clubs.
Can I assist her on this?
No, because it's not your turn.
Cool. Just checking.
Zero.
So that's a grave failure.
Yeah.
Amaris is.
I have two spades and a diamond. Like,
Okay.
I guess I could
Yahtzee,
spend the diamond.
everybody. We've all had a
I'm
great
just
failure.
I'm gonna take the great failure.
Amaris is yanked, like pulled across, like away from all of you towards this mine, about like 20 feet down the hallway. The last one looks at Mori. Makes
I'm
a finger
so glad
gun.
one of us is having a good time.
I was about to say, I'm like, at least Val is amused.
my legs.
You know?
Makes a
Cover my
finger gun
legs.
and then fires towards you.
These
Oh
mimes
my
are
god,
deep
I
sea-
only got a 6 on this though.
Oh.
What is your defense?
My defense is 6.
Okay,
And then
you
I have
avo-
armor on top of that.
You avoided.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You actually like just instinctively like take a couple steps back, and you just see like a gunshot hit the floor right where your leg was as it shoots into the water.
I would like to think the bullet hits Mori, but he padded up his legs.
I was
He is
prepared
wearing
for
hockey
this.
pants.
That's the armor. That's the armor.
Okay.
It's just
All
putting
right.
on the legs.
Ricochets.
Those are the mimes' turns.
Yuri on the ground turns to Aiden and tries to say his name. Does the sound come out?
No, it is completely silent.
He's going to punch Aiden in the shoulder, point to Amaris, and then he's going to point to himself and point at the 2 mimes and a thumbs up, and then launch himself towards the 2 mimes that were accosting them.
Fight
Okay.
miming with miming.
Can't beat him.
Join him.
You both mouth that. That's great.
Beautiful.
All right. What are you doing?
I'm attacking.
All right.
Good luck.
So what is so how are you attacking again? Just describe it for me one more time.
I think Yuri's gonna run up to one of the mimes and essentially just start punching at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna assist him.
What did I do?
Oh, sorry, we force melee.
I don't know for Mori. What does that do for me?
So
Oh,
Mori's
I'm,
gonna you're using your action to
That's it.
help.
Yeah, I'm gonna do teamwork with you, essentially.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Where am I at? Force is 4. Melee is 4. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to use. Once again, if it's important to you, it's important to me. And being alive is very important to everyone. No? Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna say no on this one.
That's cool. I will use up. I'm gonna use this diamond card
Okay.
then, because it's useless to me. Where's potential? There we go. To change my 4 of hearts into a 4 of clubs. So now I go to counting, which is fun. 14, 19, 21, 25.
25. Okay, and then Mori, you helped with that.
Yeah. Though in retrospect, he probably doesn't need it. It's fine. I'm doing it anyway. My guilty came up. I'm discarding it. 7, 6, 4. I can add 10
Okay.
because my hand size was reduced when I discarded. I can add 11 is what I can add.
11. Okay.
46. No, 36. Sorry, 36.
36. Okay. 36 points of damage. Sorry, I'm trying to do. I need to just get a calculator. I wish that roll let me like do some of the other apps where I can like subtract the damage. Let's see. 36.
Mhm.
All right, you you run up and just like sock this first mime that just hit you in the face, and the mime kind of like spins through the air and before landing on the wall, that is just not enough to take out this mime.
Damn it. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna use some perseverance to reconstitute.
Yeah, you see the mime kind of like stops there and like grits their teeth and like spits, and nothing comes out, but you see a splash of like on the ground as they mime spitting blood out of their mouth.
As a mock gesture to this mime, Yuri mimes a wall in front of him, and as he gets to the middle section, puts up 2 middle fingers.
Okay. All right. That is Yuri's turn.
If we mime a wall, they can't get through. Do it.
They'll just mime a door. You can't play their games.
Good job, Danae. You broke Bell.
Oh my god. Please someone put on the quote sheet so I can give that quote out later today.
They'll just mime a door. You can't play their games.
Yeah. All right. So that is Yuri and Mori having gone. Aiden and Amaris, you still need to go.
I'm going after Amaris, so it's just a matter of which you want to do first.
That's, I mean, yeah.
Amaris,
I meant Sid. Not you. Everything's about
Amaris
you.
is going to. I'm going to imbue my bow. I'm gonna spend a syllable and imbue. I spend a syllable and remove the top card from my deck. There's a bonus that will last equal to this card's value, which is a 6. So that's great. So this will last for 6 rounds.
Damn, okay.
And the tool now gains additional success modifiers equal to half this value. So I get 3 extra successes.
Cool.
On my bow. Is that my action?
I don't know. Is it? What is the
It
ability
doesn't say. It just says spend a syllable and remove the top card.
No, I don't think that's an action.
Then I'm gonna shoot one of these fuckers.
Okay. Are you gonna shoot? You've got 2 on the ceiling. One of them is pulling you.
Yeah, I'll pull the. I'll shoot the
very
one
badly hurt one that Yuri got, and then one is.
I'll shoot the one that pulled at me.
Okay.
So this is finesse ranged. Okay. 5, 6, 7. Excellent. We love to see it. Yes. And I did get be more aggressive. I feel like that might apply here.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give that.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So that is 9, 10, 16, 20. That is a 22.
All right. 22. Be 18. Okay. God, I cannot do math today. All right. So you said that was the one that was pulling you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the one that was pulling you, you fire the arrow at it, and it pretty much like shoots right through.
Oh no, I didn't add my +3, so 25.
Okay, 25, so an extra 3 points of damage. Okay. The arrow just goes straight through, leaving like a sizable hole. Then you see the mine kind of like staggers back, like very performatively kind of staggers back, continue to hold on to the rope before like snapping back up, and then continuing to reel you in. Is hurt by that pretty badly. So I think just Aiden needs to go.
I'm going after Amaris.
Okay.
So, yeah, can I get to the one that's pulling her that she shot?
Yeah, you can. It's sort of hanging from the ceiling, but the head is kind of at your head height.
Oh, perfect. That means punch.
Okay, so you're gonna go after the rope mime with a punch.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the smoker.
Yeah.
Do I punch it or do I? Well, I'll just punch it.
All right, do your punch.
It's, 7. I don't want cards, you guys. Remind me what suit this is. I'm stupid.
This would be clubs
Clubs.
because it'd be force melee.
Okay. 6, 10. $15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. Rope mime is still up.
Chilling.
As Aiden comes up, you just like whoosh, you punch it right in the
Try to
face,
cave in its face.
and you see the mime kind of like swings in the air like a weight bag as you punch, just kind of like wobbling back and forth. Again, completely silent, but you can do sort of goofy and unsettling the way that their bodies move.
Extremely.
That is the end of Aiden's turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, just a rules question.
Yes.
I just noticed that my incoherence went into my wounds pile. Does it go back in my deck? I draw another one and send that to my wounds pile?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know.
We could talk about it at break.
Yeah, let's say yes.
Okay.
Because I don't think you can get rid of it. I don't think you can get rid of a condition by putting it in your wounds pile. So that is that's y'all's turns. Is back to the mimes' turns. So I think the two hammer mimes are gonna gang up on Yuri. Since you're kind of over there right now. Oh no, I'll spread them out still. So one of the hammer mimes is gonna go for Yuri. Let's see. That will be 9 against you. Comes up behind you as you like. I think this isn't the one that you just hit. This is a different one. Like creeps up behind you, grabs this hammer, and then like slams it down. And again, you just feel this crack on the back of your head as you drop to the floor. The other hammer mime, the one that was very badly hurt, yeah, I think is gonna go for Mori, and this one kind of scampers up onto the ceiling, and what do I want to do here? Yeah, takes their hammer and like looks like they're gonna sweep down towards you, Mori, but keeps going and slams into the ceiling, but again not hitting anything. And you just see them kind of like as they're going straight down from their perspective, and then you see them kind of like shake a little bit, and you see splash in the water around you as an invisible ceiling begins to cave in on you. That will be that's a 13 against Mori.
Rocks fall. Mori dies.
As you are just pinned to you're sent like crashing down to the floor by this invisible debris that crashes down around you.
I'm taking 4 in health damage.
Okay. The
Health
gun...
or wounds?
What's the difference? Remind me which one's the
Wounds
sorry.
make you
one.
die.
Yeah.
No.
Or health.
Health damage
Health
makes you
makes you
die.
die.
Health makes you die. Wounds.
Wounds. The other way.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. No, that would kill me outright.
Yeah. The gun mime is going to take a shot at Aiden as you are
Sure.
as you rush past him. Again, sort of, I think after missing, you see kind of reaches down and like pulls up to and just begins to at you as you run past, like fanning the trigger.
These things are brutal.
Yeah, they're dark mimes. They're evil mimes. That's 10 against you.
Okay, when does it become health damage?
If you have less than 4 in your deck still.
Oh, it's health damage then.
Okay.
Well, you get to recompose for free now.
It's a health for me.
Yeah, and then so yeah, you move 1 to your health damage and then recompose your deck. The last one, the rope mime, does not actually pulls you in, Amaris, and you feel something yanking you, and then takes the rope and kind of makes a motion like they're looping it below something on their feet and kind of pulls back, and you suddenly feel yourself being pulled into the air as the breath is being choked out of you. As Amaris is now hanging about a foot above the water.
Val, are you okay? Do we need to talk?
I'm great. I've had this combat encounter planned for so long.
I wish I could say this is the first time I've seen a mime try and hang somebody.
We'll talk about that later.
Hey, what's the matter with you guys?
I thought I was original. I guess I gotta step it up. That's the mime's turn. Amaris, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do that. Do this.
Let me see. How do we want to determine suffocation rules here?
Oh.
Let's.
I mean, we don't have to get too detailed about it.
No. I just want to determine how much time Amaris has.
I'm about to punch the fuck out of this thing. So.
Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it at that. But Amaris, you're not going to be able to do anything until you're free.
Okay.
That is going to be y'all's turns now.
I'm attacking the rope.
Go for it. Attack the rope mime.
Freaking, what are numbers? Math is hard today. It's seven.
I mean, circumstances given what they are, you know.
Come on, dude.
Can't
I
believe
know
y'all
there
aren't
are
just
fucking
thrilled to fight
clubs.
a bunch of-
I know there are clubs in here.
Can I assist Aiden?
You can, if you want to use your action to assist Aiden.
That'd be
I'm gonna
super
assist
cool.
Aiden.
Aiden, what'd you get?
Well, I'm debating whether I want to burn this last point of potential or not.
Okay, well, I guess let's see what Mori gets, and then you decide.
I'm
just
We
drawing
need a
so
snack
bad.
after this.
Drawing so bad.
We do need a snack after this. I'm going to.
My survival kit has granola bars.
Spend to recompose real quick.
Dad, help
What is it?
me.
Is it potential or perseverance for that?
Perseverance. Let's see. what you
I'm
get.
out. I cannot. Never mind. Guess I'm just drawing 6.
Yeah, otherwise
Oh,
you have
this
to
is
use
bad.
your action on your turn to recompose.
Oh, this is bad. I should have thrown a punch instead. Um,
Ain't that the way it
it's
goes?
it's a great failure on my part. I can't do anything.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
like I. It's not like I. Wait, no, wait. Hey, hold on. I'm going to
Waiting.
use my potential. I'm going to turn my club into a heart.
Okay.
I forgot that I have those. Yeah, I'm turning my club into a heart.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm adding 5 to your attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use potential on this.
Okay.
21.
21.
I'm not
that
I'm
is-
not playing. I'm not fucking around.
21 minus 9. That's enough to take out the rope mime.
Yeah, I'm not playing around with that.
You just punching it as you see him doing this, and you see this horrifying side of Amaris being like gripping at her neck, being like being lifted off the ground. You run up to that mime and then just like wild haymaker with your power fists.
Yeah.
Can I say that the way that I assist is I run up and in desperation I try to mime cutting the rope.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what happens. Mori, you
please
go
do
up,
this.
and you like in a moment of desperation, you run up to Amaris, kind of jump above her, and then just snip, and you see Amaris just suddenly like splashes down into the water. At the same time, the mime who was
Holy
like
shit, it worked.
straining to pull the rope, goes like immediately like lashes backwards, immediately head height, just like
Oh, he's
perfect
done. I'm
momentum for
crunching
you.
his head between my
Just-
fist and the wall.
Yeah, just
Ooh.
boosh straight into the wall. The mime's body just like kind of splays out, and then dissolves into the ink back into the wall.
Immediately turning back to make sure Mars and Mori are okay.
They seem they're okay. Mars is kind of damp right now. That is
It's better than dead.
Yep. That is Aiden and Mori have gone. So is Yuri and Amaris now.
So we can play their game. Is what you're telling me.
It seemed to work.
Okay, we've killed one. There's one gravely injured. There's another one on the ceiling.
There are gun mime
3
is on the
left?
ceiling.
Okay.
Is on the ceiling. Is my Panic at the Disco song?
It's my favorite new Pokemon.
Gun mime.
And then you have one badly wounded hammer mime. on the wall, and then
Stop.
another untouched hammer mime on the
Hammer
other
mime.
wall. That is literally what I was thinking when I wrote this encounter.
Oh, it's not as scary anymore.
It could be.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. So yes, you have 3, 1 on the ceiling, 2 on the walls.
I'll shoot the ranged guy too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gun.
Seems like he could take out more of us.
Shooting him with your
with
real
my
bow.
bow.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been shot.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
card's still in my
Actually
deck.
shot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to recompose with perseverance. Remind me about removed cards. That does not go back until we're out of combat. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Until you recompose your deck.
Oh, so I just recomposed, so that removed goes
Let
back
me
in?
double check, but I don't think.
It's no big deal. It's just the one. So I was just wondering, but okay.
Yeah.
I think wounds also don't go back into your deck.
No, wounds don't go back until you.
No, until you're healed,
heal.
yeah.
I
I
don't
think
remember
remove
with-
cards do go back if you recompose. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
It's only
that doesn't
wounds
make
that stay out.
sense. Because what's the purpose?
No,
of
wounds you have to
removing?
heal.
Yeah.
Wounds you have to heal. Yes, wounds
talking
and
about
health
the
you have to heal.
removed
I'm
cards.
trying to remember with removed cards if you have to wait till the end of the scene to put them back. I think you do.
I think I heard
Uh,
wounds when you said removed.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry.
Why haven't we? Why don't I know the
This game
rules?
has a lot of
this game?
rules.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
It's been a hot minute since we played.
I just want to mime playing whack-a-mole with the mimes.
You're welcome to do that. No, removed cards are retrieved at the end of a scene.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
cool.
no, those
Yeah,
stay
that
removed.
stays
until
back.
the end.
That's cool. So that is 19 on the cards plus my 3 is a 22
22 against
Yes.
gun mime. Okay.
against Gunmine.
Do you mean dead mime?
That mime,
Hopefully.
no, that mime's fine. He hadn't been hit yet.
He's
so
fine.
you said 22.
22.
Yeah, he's not bloodied yet.
I'll work on that one.
You fire an arrow at this mime, and again, similar to before, kind of pierces through the it does, you're doing damage, you hit it, but just not as hard as you were hoping to, not enough to take it out. You can see him beginning to reload his fake guns. That is Amaris' turn. Yuri, it's your turn now.
Yep, I'm gonna finish off the mime that I'm
Okay.
currently fighting.
The badly wounded hammer mime.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
How are you attacking?
Let me see what I draw first, because I have something funny that I want to try.
Okay. Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 17, 23, 23, 27, 31.
31. Okay. What do you do?
Yuri runs up to the mime, stops a little bit short. Mime's throwing a ball into the air, waits a second, and then pretends he's smashing it with a racket.
Okay. You throw the ball in the air and then
The mime just falls with it. Like, what?
it's like you see the mime just looking up as following the path of the ball as it comes back down, eyes go wide as you smash the racket, and then you see something hit the mime's center chest. He goes flying down the corridor. So you did what, 31?
Yeah.
I would say you pick up on this here because that's a solid impact. You haven't seen anything hit them and actually hit that hard. These things have a defense of 9. By miming it, you negate the defense to 0. So he takes the full 31 points of damage from that.
I know what my star is gonna be. That's fucking brilliant, Val.
So that, but you pick that up, and then the rest of you can see that happen too as Yuri just destroys this mime with a fake tennis racket. That is, I think that's all of your turns, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is just Hammer Mime and Gun Mime. One Hammer Mime and Gun Mime left. Hammer Mime sees you do that and just kind of like clutches the side of their head as they watch their friend go flying down the corridor.
Mon Dieu.
And then just like stamps the ground and on the wall from where they're standing. And you see them run up towards the ceiling and looking at, I guess, Yuri, because you're the one that just did that. They actually jump off of the ceiling, kind of like rotating the air, and then stops in the middle of the air like they are sitting in something. And then you can see them like pressing a pedal as they begin to move towards you, seeming moving on something in the air. As you watch, it looks like something is rolling through the water towards you as he mimes a steamroller coming straight at you.
Fucking Dio Brando as a mime.
That is to hit you. That's only a 9 to hit you. So I imagine, is that over your defense?
Sorry. Yeah, but I'm
Okay.
only taking 2 damage.
Okay, cool. So you were able to avoid a lot of this as you see very clearly this slow moving steamroller. You see the mime like kind of angrily like a 1950s cartoon villain kind of like moving through the like riding the steamroller towards you. You take a little bit of damage, but not a ton. The gun mime, after getting shot by Amaris, is going to like spins the guns and holsters them, and then reaches behind them and mimes a bazooka. And then
No, that's what I was gonna do.
fires a something at your direction. Amaris, that is 11.
Whew. Okay, my defense is an 8 with my armor, so that's only 3.
All right. 3 points as something explodes next to you. You roll to the side, avoiding the brunt of the impact, but taking some damage there too. That is the mime's turns. Back to y'all.
Amaris is aiming a cannon. Mimes a match being lit, puts it down, and just holds it up. Right at gun mime.
Okay. This will be another finesse ranged
Perfect.
attack.
I am gonna recompose again. Spend another.
I'm gonna spend my turn recomposing.
Okay. That's fair.
Seven. That's really good. 13, 18, 21. I also got be more aggressive again.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Great quote for combat.
Yeah.
So good.
Especially shooting a cannon at
You know, like you do. 18. 4. Yeah, fuck it. I will also spend a point of potential and change that. 28.
28. Negating the defense as you light it. You see the mime up there kind of like looking down and then wide-eyed as they realize what's happening, and you don't again hear anything, but there's this like, you feel almost like a shockwave next to you as the kickback from the cannon, and then there was just like the mime there is just just exploded from the impact of the cannon, the mimed cannonball. The gun mime is dead.
Yes.
Leaving one untouched hammer mime.
I guess I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna spend my turn recomposing because I only have 4 cards left in my deck.
There
Okay.
you
That's
go.
awesome.
A lot of mine are back. Okay. I put my fingers in my mouth like this and mime whistling. And I look behind me. And then I mime make a face like, oh shit. And I mime sort of looping like a leash around something's neck, holding it back. Let it go.
You sick a mimed dog.
I sick a horrible mimed dog on the mime.
I love it. What am I gonna make? What would this be?
There is animals.
There is
Animal
animals.
handling?
Do you want to do
Sure.
an animal? Yeah, you tell me what check you're making.
Dude, I don't know. How about... Animals is one.
Charm?
I guess if this is some kind of like terrifying intimidation check. Is this a ranged attack?
No, it's not a ranged attack.
I have no idea.
I guess you're doing animals as your attribute. What would the
Yeah.
what would your image be? That's the way you're adding to it.
I mean, I want to say force because it's like an attack dog.
Sure, I'll let that.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Throwing cards. Okay. How about this is gonna be so badass?
Yes.
Only 10. No. 12.
12. Okay. It's
Not
not
very
enough
good,
to
but it was funny.
not enough to take out this hammer mime, but yeah, you see like hammer mime looks frightened and like mime's running away but doesn't move anywhere, and then is tackled from behind by something, and you can see like bits like torn off, and like you can see like wounds forming on it before he finally stands back up looking ragged, just like miming like breathing heavily. So that is Aiden's turn. I think that's everyone that's gone now because Yuri and Mori were both using their turn to recompose. So it is just Hammer Mime, and Hammer Mime is going to continue, just shakes themselves off, gets back on the steamroller, and in the middle of the air, and starts driving it down the corridor towards you. I don't know if y'all reposition so that Yuri's not the closest anymore. Or if
I
Yuri is still
probably would have.
okay, then this will be against Aiden. Aiden, that is a 15.
That's gonna be another health damage.
Ooh. How many health damage do you have now?
2.
2. And you've got like 6 or something, right?
9.
Oh shit, you're fine. So
I have 9 health total. So
yeah,
7
you're
right now.
you're good. All right, yeah, Aiden, you take the hit as you feel yourself getting crushed by an invisible steamroller. That is the mime's turn. Back to y'all.
I have a trick that I want to introduce you to, Savvy. That's really nice for probably the Aiden build.
Does it give me more health?
It gives you more card draw every time you take health damage.
Oh.
It's adrenaline. It's a non.
I like that.
Non-aspected one.
I'll have to look at it.
All right, who wants to attack this mime and potentially finish them off?
I'm just deciding what to mime.
I wanna pretend to take something off of my how close is this thing to our fellows?
It's right on top of Aiden because Aiden's getting crushed
never
by a
mind. I was gonna
steamroller.
throw a grenade, but no. Might get some blowback for our friends. Then
Ah, sweet cocaine.
I'm gonna elaborately set up a sniper rifle. Like,
Okay.
take a case
10
out.
minutes later.
Take a case out, set up, aim.
Okay. Go to make a ranged finesse attack.
Okay.
I'm just imagining the bit from Dropout, the setting up the world's most elaborate sniper rifle.
Yes. $20.
20 is exactly how many health it had left.
Yes.
You, as like begins like gunning, like throttling the edge, and you pull out the sniper rifle and you kind of aim down the sights, and you see the mime kind of looks down to an imaginary red dot forming on their chest, and as they're scrambling to get back up, you pull the trigger, feeling that blowback again, and the mime is like shot through the chest, thrown backwards, then dissipates into the air.
Can we talk yet?
And as soon as that happens, you hear like a like the sound returns to the room. You can hear each other breathing heavily from your as some of you stand.
I hate mimes.
Is everyone okay?
And we're gonna take our break there.
Yeah, I need one.
Yeah.
So, I'm so glad we got to the encounter. I've been waiting so long to do this one. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. We're going to take a quick break to recharge ourselves, and so players can yell at me for making them fight a bunch of mimes. We will be back in a few minutes to continue our game, so stay tuned. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while I took our break. Let's get back to dealing with our trauma, physical and otherwise. So, you have...
You mean you're
Yes.
not involved. No, the trauma's not yours.
Unless, I mean...
You don't get to say ours.
Maybe this is me working through some stuff. You have fended off the mimes. I think some of you are fairly injured.
I'll live.
What would you like to do?
This area probably isn't safe. Is that true?
What makes you think
Hey,
that?
but it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, we got the mimes and they slimed away, so... We got rid of the mime slime, so...
You have dealt
Mime
with
in
the
the ice
current
machine.
threat. However, there is still the presence of the collective still seems to
Yeah.
be very at work here.
We
Cool,
should
cool,
keep
cool.
going.
Cool. We keep going.
Did anybody bring any snacks?
I'm gonna use a charge of my survival kit to say there's trail mix in there.
That's fair. I will allow you to use one charge to give everybody a snack to regain some.
Yeah, that's good.
What is that? One potential, one perseverance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have one now. Yay.
Yay.
All right.
Oh wait, no, the beef jerky's mine. Sorry, Mori.
Fine, I like dried fruit.
Don't eat just dried fruit though. That's a lot of sugar.
I also like granola, which also has sugar.
Yeah.
I consume my sugar through many different methods.
Like, yeah. Like
That's my life
people
story.
do. I was gonna say like a plant, but they really only got the one.
You continue through this passage. The water around you still standing at like the 5-6 inch height, hitting your ankles as you're trudging through, snacking. Some of you feeling your injuries. Just to go around, how many health is everyone out of their total?
Just 3 wounds.
Yeah, I've got 4 wounds. That's it.
I'm down 2 health
Out of your 9?
out of 9. That's 7.
I'm still up at 5, but I'm missing 9 cards from my deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss these cards. To be fair.
The last thing I took was that last health damage, so I don't have any wounds currently.
So feeling a little beaten and bruised, though none of you critically injured at this point. You continue pushing through the this subterranean this basement level passageway. The presence of the collective here does not seem to let up as you follow this passage. It takes there are a couple of intersections, turns that you make, occasionally finding some that lead towards areas where this presence of the collective along the walls seems less there, so you can like doubling back, assuming you all are trying to essentially head to like the heart of the epicenter of this thing, and not trying to get out of it. As you wind through this maze of these tunnels, you find a point where thankfully you can step up out of the water. It seems to recede, like the incline itself here. You get out of this standing pool, but this residue along the ceilings and the walls persists. And you realize just from your navigation here that you are probably getting close to the undercroft of this of the church that is here, the cathedral, and this is further confirmed by an archway that you head through where it opens up, and you see a number of tombs, crypts, set into the walls, old stone statues worn away, featureless, standing above like a mausoleum underneath this church. And at the center of this room, there is an opening. It looks almost like a well from the distance, but as you step closer, you can see a staircase spiraling down below. And what you realize is that this substance, this ink, I mean, I guess it almost seems like a parasite, essentially, like the same residue that you would see from parasites. Seems to almost be like veins originating and extending out from that hole in the ground.
And I guess that's where we're going.
Do you think it's like attracted to the brush? Since it's such a powerful artifact?
Wouldn't surprise me.
If they knew where the brush was, why would they need anybody to go collect it?
Maybe they can't touch it.
It's not why they collected a bunch of parslings in one place. We don't really know exactly what they intend to do with it.
Well, whatever it is, it can't be good.
A quick aside with Yuri and Aiden, as you know, everyone's preparing to get a little bit deeper. Hey.
Yeah.
We're gonna be all right?
Yeah, of course we are.
All right.
You okay?
Not really. It's a bit cramped for my liking, and walking through that hospital ward kind of gave me bad vibes.
I know exactly how you feel. No. We can handle this.
Things get too tough. tell me and I'll kick your ass back into gear. And just promise me you'll do the same.
Always.
Knuckles. Oh, I'm gonna hate this. Turns back to the stairwell.
Yes, oh my.
I'll
Maybe we
descend.
should all get some flashlights.
Sure.
Considering
I'm
this
fine
will
with
be
saying you all have a flashlight.
Pitch blackness, yeah.
Yuri turns, Aiden still has the flashlight. Ah! Night vision goggles on, puts them off, puts them away.
I forgot you had those.
They'll be useful when the flashlights give.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Stay close. Don't touch it.
Okay. You all descend down this narrow staircase. It doesn't go too far down. Actually, you can see the bottom as you begin to climb down at this old, like, stone stairs, stepping over the veins of this ink that extend and crawl up them. You can see the bottom is about 30 feet beneath you, and as you level out to the bottom, you can see this seems to be like a second level to this mausoleum, to this tomb. And in here, you see more of the same, more of these crypts. However, along the southern wall, best you can tell, you see debris, like smashed crypts, broken away, the wall having been destroyed, and you can see almost like a crack that has been formed, like, again, like the earth shattered and broke apart, sort of separating this wall and pulling it to the sides. You can see a tunnel that seems to extend due south from your current, where you are currently standing. Again, not lit, completely dark down here other than the light of your flashlights, and with those veins of ink extending along the walls. Assuming you all brave onward, heads down and
Carefully.
carefully walking ahead. The passageway continues, and as it does, it has a slight slope to it. You almost feel like you're walking slightly downhill. And you can see something that does maybe unsettle you or give like maybe some slight clues here as you look along the walls, and you can see the you can see in the stone, almost like pressed into the stonework, there are words written there, the signs of a powerful parse that was conducted here, and you see the word fracture along the walls, and you get the impression that this tunnel was created through the use of parse. And just as
Do
you
you remember who had fracture?
you do. That was Mag.
Okay.
And almost to confirm that, as you are stepping forward, you feel another tremor as the earth underneath you kind of shakes, and you can feel you feel an earthquake form, kind of growing, amplifying, and then beginning to settle around you. The rocks and the walls clattering and shaking for a moment before subsiding.
Just like we did in the headquarters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You push onward, following this passageway. For a while, you estimate, based on the amount of time that you're walking, that you probably followed this passage for about a mile. it doesn't continue on perfectly straight. It does sort of crack and weave its way through, but continues in the same general direction. And as you reach the end of this passage, assuming Aiden is still in the front, your light catches an end to it where it seems to open back up. And you immediately catch something else as you step closer, within 20 or 30 feet of the end of the passage. The light hits something along a wall as this fissure opens up into some other subterranean space that is existed previously. And the shine of your flashlight hits the grayish tan coloring of skulls embedded in the far wall. And you all step out into what you can only assume are the catacombs.
Movie.
I've always wanted to see these, but not like this.
Oh, we made it. So far, at least. Let's keep going. Everyone okay so far?
Yeah.
Yuri's giving a small, stare at the wall of skulls. Did I ever tell you the rest of that dream?
No.
At one point, I think I lost myself. Began chasing someone through the catacombs. Caught up with them. And before I took a really big bite out of their neck, flipped them around, and found out it was me. Didn't really think too hard on it, but now that we're here, yeah. Small concerns.
Amaris just tentatively walks over to Yuri and puts a hand up on his shoulder. If you get lost, we'll find you. Okay?
Okay.
So let us know if you have any problems, alright?
He'll nod his head.
As you all take your first tentative steps into the catacombs, I need everyone to make a check for me. This is going to be perseverance plus embodiment plus articulation.
And what are we, what suit are we looking for?
Total perseverance, or
You're
what
looking
we
for
currently
diamonds.
have?
It's your perseverance score.
Okay.
2.
Perseverance plus articulation.
Plus embodiment plus articulation.
Okay.
And you're looking for diamonds.
I mean, this has got me written all over.
I can't draw any more cards. Which means incoherent comes up.
Perfect.
I drew 9 cards. Big old
I
goose
did
egg.
too. Oh no.
I drew 13 cards.
Me too.
Big boys, big boys.
Not as many diamonds as I would like.
14?
Okay.
Oh, would you like me to total the diamonds also? Or no, incoherent just makes the check fail, right?
Yeah.
15.
Okay. Um, you all begin walking down this passageway, following through the catacombs, the twisting, turning. You actually reach a couple of points where, again, the stone walls here are like. These aren't machine dug. These are hand dug tunnels. Many of them have collapsed, and you're following what paths have remained. Occasionally, you'll reach stone walls and like dead ends where only these narrow tunnels connect between them, and you have to shimmy yourself through them to move on down to the next junction. I imagine this is especially unsettling for Aiden and Yuri. To as both some of the largest people here and also the ones most affected by this claustrophobic space. You feel, as you continue with each step, this any sense of like optimism and confidence, of hope in your journey here, and your willingness to succeed seems to fade with each passing step as you move through these endless tunnels. Wondering and thoughts and fears beginning to creep up as you look over the skulls and the graffiti along the walls and the these long kind of burnt away candles sort of welded into the stone. Are you going to be able to get back out? Which way did you come from? Which way is up? How are you going to be able to find what you're looking for? What if it's too late? And these anxieties beginning to set in, making each step even harder. And Yuri, this hits the hardest for you as you feel yourself growing hungrier and hungrier with each step. I'm not going to have you make a check yet for it, but I will tell you, Yuri, you feel if this continues, you will have to make a coherency check.
Oh boy.
It's around this time, though, that the gentle sloping of the passage as you're winding your way through, kind of aimlessly, just trying to follow any signs, searching for some sort of indication of where you're supposed to go. Occasionally you see those tendrils of ink moving through here, but they're persisting throughout these tunnels, branching off in many different directions, not seeming to point one way or the other. But you reach a junction where there are a few passageways you can follow, but there is one that you come across at this junction where the water, or any the ocean water that receded from Paris, seems to have remained kind of contained here in a passageway that very quickly grows completely submerged. And you can continue to explore. I imagine you go around a few areas, like looking around, find a couple of dead ends, and you find that probably to continue to explore any further, you're going to have to move through the water.
Before we go into the water, Mori's gonna just kind of like take a look around, make sure there's no immediate danger, and he's gonna pull out his med kit, and he's gonna say, let's try and patch ourselves up as much as we can before we, take a dip.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you gonna try to patch up?
Who all needs healing? It's Amaris, Aiden, and Mori, right?
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Yuri got any wounds?
Oh yeah.
I don't have any wounds currently. Mine are all in health damage, so.
I think yeah, Aiden's most critical.
If you guys want, well, I'm still at 7 health.
Aiden's gonna be okay.
If you guys want to
but
use that on the wounds, I'm
Right.
cool with that.
Those of
Val.
us with wounds have missing cards from our deck.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey Val,
Yes.
since this is the same scene, I do not have cards to draw, right? If I headbutt the wall to take 1 HP damage, can I recompose my entire deck?
Like willingly taking
A
the
point of
health
hate point
damage
to put my wounds back into my deck.
I think we've talked about this before, and I said that that was okay.
We've done this before, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, if you want to decide to take the health damage to gain your cards back, you can do so.
2 hands on a wall. Yuri just pulls back and then
I was like, you don't
headbutts it.
have to injure yourself to do that. I would
Yeah.
just say you can choose to do that.
Just
It's a-
narratively.
If you want to narratively, because that narratively makes no sense why you're.
Amarok won't shut up about being imprisoned.
He's
That's
stressed.
fair. That's fair. And just kind of like recentering yourself, like I need to focus. So you just like hit yourself in the head. Okay, can't condone that, but sure, that's fine.
Headbutts a skull.
Okay, so yeah, it is. If you want to give treatment to anyone, you can do so. You can do 1 check per person per day. So it is an extended check, intelligence and medic. You can do a number of checks per person equal to your medic skill.
Mm-hmm. I have medic in 2 and intelligence of 1. So
you're-
if
you can make 2 checks to heal somebody as part of the extended check. So you do 2 draws, and
I can do a
Every-
couple as well. My medic is 3.
yeah,
I'll
it's
do,
fair. It's just one person can only benefit. A person can only benefit from 1 extended check per day. So,
got it.
uh,
In that case, we should probably try and have the person who is best in medical skill do it.
okay. Yeah, I mean, Aiden can do it and use your med kit.
My draw would be 4.
It's and it's a +2 medical kit too.
So, Aiden, that means you can do 3 checks per person, tallying up the total number of successes,
Okay.
and then they can remove wounds or health depending on how many successes you get.
Okay.
So let's just go ahead and we'll burn through those. So who are you gonna heal first?
We'll start with Mars.
Okay. So you'll draw what is your total draw?
4.
4. Okay. So you'll draw 4 cards, and then you add, what did I say, the medic is a +2 kit?
Yeah.
Okay. So and you're looking for spades, I believe.
I only have 3 wounds, so this is easy.
Okay. How many? And is it 1 per wound, or is it?
It's one. You can remove 1 card from wounds per 2 successes.
Okay.
To a maximum equal to the draw of the check. So you can only recover up to 4 wounds for 1 person.
Okay. Well, I drew a 4
That's 2.
plus
That's
2, so 6.
6. So that'd be 3 wounds. So that would fully heal
Awesome.
Amaris.
Red.
So we can move on to
Okay.
either your. I guess Yuri doesn't have any wounds right now. Yuri just has health.
Yeah.
And it'd have to be 10 for health, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's per 10 successes for health.
I have 4 wounds.
Okay.
I could assist you. Teamwork?
Yeah.
Let's do some teamwork. Let me help you.
I only have 1 potential right now.
And don't forget you're tallying up the successes from 3 checks.
I've got 4.
For the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can go ahead and do the next one too.
Never mind. I just did a great failure. Quack.
God, there's so many great failures today. Ironic considering where we are.
Ironic, or like, you know, it's the opposite of ironic.
Problem is, I just don't have that many spades.
It's like rain. Heals me 2. 2 healing.
Yeah, I'm
The
doing
first
a
one, yeah, would have got you 2.
second one. I've got 2.
So that'd be a third.
That'd be a third.
And then you can do one more check. Which I guess you're guaranteed to get on the third. You're guaranteed to get at least 6 successes over these with the med kit.
Yeah.
So, and Mori, you had.
I'll do the third one.
You
Let
just
me see
have
if
one
I pull
more.
any. I just don't have that many spades. Is the problem.
Yeah. You just have to pull to make sure you don't get a great failure.
It's not a grave failure, so 2 more.
Okay. Okay. So
Yay.
you get one.
I'm gonna
more,
have to recompose though.
win.
Alright.
If we're
Which
doing
is fine.
any
You
more
can
hit-
recompose between checks that you make. So.
We're not high intensity right now. Okay.
Yeah, without expending.
We're gonna be a-okay, fellas.
What the heck is going on here?
So, the last, I guess, does anyone else have any wounds?
I don't.
Not wounds.
Mine's just
So,
health
just about to say, if you
damage.
want to try to heal some health for you and Yuri.
What are you at?
Yuri.
I just
How
have the
much?
1 health damage
Out of
out of 5.
5. Oh, that's a little iffy.
Let's do it.
How much? How good of a check do you need to
I think it's
10.
10 per health damage.
10? Well, I can
So
help
we
you
need a
again.
20 all said and done.
If I help you again, now that I'm all healed up, I can probably get you there.
Wait.
Yeah, well,
20?
you're, so, yeah, you wouldn't need a 20, you'd need a 10. Because you're
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was doing the wounds thing of doubling. Never mind. Okay.
yeah, so
just
it's 10
10.
successes.
Oh, sorry.
You're guaranteed. You're
bad.
guaranteed with the med kit to get at least 6.
Yeah.
So you just need 4 successes total with your draw.
All right, let's do
Yeah.
it. I'll try.
Man, thankfully it's not like Pathfinder where if you fuck up, it makes the wounds worse.
Yeah.
Got 4.
I could
You
be
got
mean
4?
and do that, but
Yeah.
this is a pretty calm moment. So that would be fine. So you got 4, so that would be enough to get Yuri to heal 1.
Cool.
Wait,
Which is the one he
you're
has.
you're confusing me. Hold
'Cause
on.
you
You
get
technically
the
have to do the 3 checks, but
yeah, because with over 3 checks, you're adding +2 successes each
Yeah,
time.
Mori said he was gonna help, so I was waiting to see what this first check was gonna do before
okay.
I had continued.
Gotcha.
Because I don't have that many spades, and I don't want to get another grave failure trying to heal someone.
That's
right,
fair.
right. Okay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So that's 11.
Came close to a grave failure, but we're fine. No, I was counting my hand size. I've got you 13, 16.
Okay.
17,
That's
18,
definitely
20.
enough. So, yeah, Yuri, you can heal 1 health from that. And
Now,
does somebody want to try to
position-
patch up Aiden?
Heal thyself.
Can I heal thyself?
Sure. Yeah. I'll let you do
I
that.
will help you again. This is just Mori holding open the med kit and handing you things as you need them.
Club Central over here.
So you're patching your gunshot, your imaginary gunshot wound.
Yeah. Did it leave like a real bullet hole, or is it just like
Yeah, you have an actual.
I have a real gunshot wound? Okay.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not,
just like a
you,
real.
you just said patching your imaginary gunshot wound, and I was like,
Yes.
How?
I
So
mean,
is it like? Is it actually there? Does it just
Sorry,
feel like a
it's-
gunshot wound,
That's
Imaginary.
it's an imaginary gunshot.
Yes.
but a real
Wound.
wound?
Yeah.
Well, the good news
Imaginary
being,
is
there's no bullet to
adjusting-
dig around to
No,
get
there's
out.
no
There's no bullet. There's just a bullet hole.
Yes.
Incredible.
This whole session is so confusing.
Like wild, yeah.
And like,
Hi,
I
we're
mean that.
noble.
I don't mean that as a bad thing. I do mean it as a good thing. It just is so confusing.
Okay.
Aiden's fucking losing it.
You thought the catacombs were the labyrinth. No, it's the mental gymnastics of an imaginary bullet wound.
The labyrinth is within your mind.
There are 2 bullets in each of us, and one is real and one is imaginary. Dad, help me.
I'm giving you I'm giving you 10 on your next check.
Okay. Fuck.
Dad, help me.
I need freaking. I know there are spades in this deck. Come on.
Father assistance.
Okay. Okay. So I got 4, 5, 6. I got 8.
Okay, so you've got 18 total right now. So you could do a second check to try to get that to 20.
We got this.
And that would heal 2.
That would heal 2.
Yeah.
Are you only down 2 right now?
I'm only down 2 health.
Okay, so if you do one more check, you can probably go ahead and,
Okay.
as long as you don't get a grave failure, you can.
I'm gonna try.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Remember, you can recompose between checks. All right, here we go.
They're out of line, but they're correct.
It is so scary to lose access to certain cards. It's all like, oh no, I'm not as reliable as I was before. 1, 2. Okay. Doing
I
all
forgot what
right.
number I had before.
You had 18, so you just need 2 successes.
Okay. I have
Oh yeah.
5.
Okay, then you're good.
You're good.
Jimmy.
You can get your
Okay.
2 health back.
We're all healed to full.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Amazing.
say
I did it.
that
We did it.
process. That
Took a little
process took about. I'm gonna say 2 hours.
Yep.
It's alright.
That tracks.
And during that time, you felt a few more tremors.
Rather go into this with
Yeah.
as much as I can, even if it's a little worse. Okay.
Like there's a tremor, and Mori kind of looks up and says, "Anybody else feel like we're on a time limit?"
Aiden's like sweating.
All right, we suit up.
All right, everyone's gonna make the dive.
Oh,
Mori, make sure everybody is up to date on their scuba terminology.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say shots.
I thought you said too.
Just make sure everyone's up to date on all their shots.
Yeah,
I sure am.
Look.
Tetanus
no,
is a bitch. So
So
no,
rabies.
like Mori basically explains,
big
like
fish. Like
thumbs up means this, thumbs down means this. I was about to say what I thought it meant, and then I realized I'm talking out my ass, and
This is
don't
the
actually
universal
know.
sign of choking.
Scuba thumbs. What does that mean?
I have no idea. I've never been able to bring myself
Yeah,
to do anything
thumbs
even
up.
close to scuba diving.
Thumbs up means end the dive. Like, I need to get out. Like, thumbs down means we're good, I think.
Thank God, that is
That's
so.
good. Not
that's terrible.
intuitive at all, Scuba. What are you doing?
No, okay. Okay means we're good.
We're good.
Thumbs up means I need to go up.
Thumbs down means go down.
Hate it.
God, there's so many different things.
Hate it.
I don't
Let's
think
just
thumbs
pretend
down
like we
means-
talked about
Let's
this
just
beforehand.
we'll just
Yeah.
say
Thing.
y'all communicate
I'm not gonna
to each
remember
other.
this.
Yeah, we're not. We don't
Nope.
need to know this.
We don't actually know this.
We as a listen, nobody's fucking checking our scuba licenses down here. We can decide whatever we want the hand signals to mean.
Okay, well, we're not actually wrong, as it turns out. Yeah, thumbs down means go down, thumbs up means go up. All right, we're good. We're good.
All
We
right.
know it.
We'll just up,
We as
down.
characters know
down.
it.
Okay.
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 I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
All the
Mori-
important things.
Yeah.
Morris already practiced that one today, so we're good.
As Mori's
Incredible.
explaining the hand signal terminology, there's just a splash off to his side as Yuri's jumped in. He's going to spend a few minutes just floating in the water and kind of just taking in the freedom of floating.
Is it cold?
It's all right.
It's freezing.
Nah, I have fur on. I can't tell.
Yeah, I shouldn't have asked you. That's what the suits
Lucky
are
all
for.
black suits. Yep.
Oh, I forgot. We
You
all
all-
also look super hot right now.
Yeah, we do.
Everyone's cutting a nice figure.
No, we look fucking good as hell in wetsuits.
I forgot to mention you were all fighting mimes in wetsuits.
So we too were black silhouetted.
Oh my god.
No.
Vibes.
No, I
Mimes.
think you have
Vibes.
probably brighter colored wetsuits so that you can actually see each other.
Well, I imagine they have reflective bits, right?
yeah.
Oh.
So you catch your rebreathers,
that's a
test
thing.
those out. Everything
bonkers, huh?
seems okay. Mori gives a quick tutorial on diving procedure, and who is leading?
Do I feel a pull?
Who is leading?
Not currently, Yuri.
I will volunteer to lead because Aiden is terrified in his own mind of getting stuck somewhere. And he doesn't want the group split up around him if his big ass gets stuck somewhere. He wants them all on one side to
That
be
is
able
fair.
to get him out. But he doesn't say that. Just offers to go first.
All right. You all test your equipment and begin to wade into the water. Feeling that initial kind of chill, that shock of the water running through you, and then taking a deep breath before you immerse yourselves in it, exhaling through the rebreather, and then testing it to make sure that it works. All of them seem to be functioning properly. And you begin to dive.
So I have an equipment question. Would we have like headlamps or something that we
I will
could
say
use
the-
instead of like dedicating a
Yeah.
hand to a flashlight?
I will assume it would make more
Since we're
sense if
swimming.
the rebreather apparatuses that are fixed to your head have like goggles, lights. Yeah.
Just want to clarify before we get.
Yes. No, that's
And
fine.
we did clarify we can talk with these things on as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, you've
Okay.
got your they've communicated.
Well, then why were we discussing scuba terminology?
You wanted to.
That's fair.
Well, I mean,
Carry on.
in case
Nobody
your
remembered that we
communicators-
had comms but Amaris.
But also,
I
if
fucking
something
forgot.
you do know your communicator's been kind of spotty, so it is possible that you might have issues.
No,
with
that's
that.
fair. That's fair.
Mori,
You know,
what
We
we've
do you
might
had
have?
run into
practice.
more
We just had-
mimes and things
Yeah,
go
we-
silent. So
Exactly. We just had a fight
It's
with
gonna
mimes.
be like it's gonna
No, it
be
makes
like
total sense.
It's gonna be like Aliens, where they were fighting, where the aliens are following them underwater, except it's mimes swimming the
No,
water,
that's worse.
like
my
the
God.
aliens do, where they're kind of like crocodiles. And
Do you think like so like mer people, right? Do you think so like mer people would have a whole society? Like you think they have mimes and shit? You
mermimes?
think there's like mermimes?
Mermimes?
Do you-
Yeah, they probably communicate via hand signals, huh?
Hey, they
That
makes
exist
a-
now.
Do you think these
Makes a lot
ink
of sense.
mimes have smaller ink mime heads in their mouths, like real aliens?
can we
Yes,
go
they
in the
do.
water
Like
now?
real
Going in
real
the water.
aliens.
Like really?
Like real aliens.
Like the real ones.
You know. Not the
Accurate.
shitty movie aliens, the real ones.
real ones.
Okay.
God, I
You're,
Like me. Wait, what? No.
I feel like this session is making me high.
Yep.
You're
Welcome to
welcome.
Parsley.
I'm gonna miss this game. You head into the water, Aiden leading all of you, your lamps illuminating the darkened tunnels beneath. More, again, it looks very similar to how things did above. You know, kind of like you catch the
As above,
patches
so
of the
below.
exactly. You catch the patches of skulls that are set into the walls. Occasionally, a crucifix that is in stone that is carved into the walls next to you. All very eerily
So
illuminated.
this is
through
literally
the
hell,
hazy water.
and there's a crucifix, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean, it's the catacombs. There's all sorts of Christian iconography down
It's
here.
pretty fucking Christian down here, you guys.
Yeah. As you are proceeding, I need everyone to make another check for me. It's gonna be the same one we did before.
So articulation.
Yes, it'll be perseverance, embodiment, articulation.
I just remember I pulled 9. Okay.
Can I sync my check?
Why?
Lower card draw.
Oh yeah,
No,
you could
I
draw
don't
I thought
less
you meant
cards.
sync as in fail. I was like, well,
Yeah.
why would you do
can
that?
you can choose to draw a minimum of 2 cards.
Okay,
yeah.
because I don't want to draw 13 cards
Yeah,
again.
I don't either. That's so many.
It's up
I
to
just
y'all.
got these back.
I don't get the impression that reconstituting's gonna be as easy down here.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop to
it-
5.
Okay.
Thank God.
All right, are we looking for a number of diamonds or
Just
Your total successes. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you remind me? I know that Aiden got a 15 on the first one,
Hmm.
and
No, Mars
Amaris
got a 14.
What did Yuri and Mori get on the first one again?
Mori got 0 on the first one.
Yuri got incoherent on the first one.
That's right. Y'all both failed. Okay.
I just failed too.
I just got 7.
10.
18.
9 cards, 0 diamonds.
Now, this is a I got a question. This is a contest of will, right?
You don't know what this is.
I mean,
That's why
Okay.
she's asking the question.
It's.
you don't have to explain it to me
I will say yes. That is a close approximation.
Okay,
for you, Jen.
because the one quote that probably would apply in this situation came up, and it's "You have a pretty big ego, huh?"
Interesting.
Oh, could we have
Okay.
used quotes?
Yeah.
It's a draw.
Is if
Oh,
they?
it's
I
a
mean,
book.
if you tell me what they are, and I'll tell you if they
I
apply.
pulled all of them, so be more aggressive. Don't let them take away your hope, and the whole is greater than some of its parts.
Don't let
the
them take away
second
your
one.
hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
one applies. Sorry, can I get the? So Aiden, you got 18. You
18.
said. Okay,
I have 15 on the
Uh,
first one, 18 on this one.
gotcha. And then Yuri, what did you say you got?
I got a 10.
10. Mori
I now have a 13.
and Amaris.
Amaris had 14, and with that quote pull, I got 5.
Okay.
And we are
All right.
not recomposing, correct?
No.
Okay.
No, this
Oh,
is not
God.
intensity.
Unless you want to spend the point, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, because I'm gonna need immediately also a force athletics check for everyone.
Ah,
Actual
woo!
Swimming.
Jeepers, creepers,
How about them papers?
jeepers, creepers. Where'd you get those mimes?
Terrible.
You're welcome. Sorry, what'd you
Athletics-
say? Fourth athletics?
Yeah.
This is very funny. Guess how many cards I pulled?
None.
2. Which is the lowest amount that you can pull.
Yep.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to get mean.
Are you?
With yourself?
What am I being mean at?
If Mori gets mean here, if you
Mori is shouting inside his own head, "You got a pretty big ego, don't you?"
oh my god,
I'm gonna spend the potential so that I get something. So I got 3.
okay,
Otherwise, this is a 1.
17.
17, okay. And
Is
more.
this gonna be so badass?
Does Aiden feel like what he's doing right now is badass?
Kind of. He kind of feels like an action movie star. He kind of feels like Tom Cruise right now.
Oh, okay, I'll give it to you on that one.
Being very brave, and bravery in
He's being
itself
so
is badass.
brave.
I mean, getting mean isn't applicable
Facing his
here, is it?
fears.
Again, Mori, you can
If-
make it applicable if you want to.
If I was a flower.
I don't know what this check is for.
I would be a
This is your
sunflower.
this is your swimming. This is
for
how
swimming.
Easy, this is how easy
It's-
y'all are to gonna be able to navigate these tunnels.
It's not applicable. I thought we were dodging something. It's fine.
Does this make me feel better about being in the dark? I would be a sunflower.
Sure.
They turn their faces towards the sun.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
They do.
Thank you. I'm scared of this in real life. 20.
Okay. 1720. Amaris got
Oh, Jesus.
3. Mori.
So when you
Jesus. If you're down here,
I drew it like
need your help,
my
dude.
draw was 2,
Uh-huh.
and my club is a 5. That's a
You
1,
only get
right?
1, yeah.
That's a 1. Okay. I forgot whether it was a 1 or a 2.
It's a 2
I don't-
if it's an ace and you have the trick for it.
Yeah, no, it's a 1. Do you have so is your total successes a 1?
Yes.
You've succeeded. Just a little.
A little.
It was a
I'm
trick
not
the whole time.
drowning.
Yeah.
Let's see. My mouse died. No.
Yeah, we win!
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Shit.
The battery
I
is it
can't-
rechargeable batteries? They're in there. It's plugged in
Huh?
your office by the window.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Give me 1 second. I forgot they're plugged in here.
You're welcome.
All right,
Our
quick
next stream will be on Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern for Red Jenny, which is
Or Val is also really fucking with us emotionally.
yeah,
While Val's away, we should
and
strategize.
physically with a 4-way battle.
Oh, never mind.
I hope
Well, we
these are
don't know what we're
charged enough.
strategizing against. So, did you put the old
Yeah.
ones back in the charger?
Huh?
Did you put the other ones in the charger?
Yeah, they're all in there, but it was unplugged.
Well,
But it's fine.
that's-
I think they. I don't know.
did you plug
sometime-
it in?
Well, they were. It was plugged in before, and then I unplugged it when we.
I'm
had to
asking if
plug
you
in the
plugged it
air
in right
mattresses. I did plug it in right now. Okay, my mouse is working.
Yay!
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to look at conditions.
Oh.
If I mime succeeding this challenge,
Yeah, what if
We're out of the mime zone, bruh.
anything's a mime zone if you believe in yourself?
It's true. If you take the oath of mime, every
You
zone
win
is mime.
or you die.
technically they need to send out
If you-
a bomb squad to detect the mimes.
Okay.
Okay, that's
if
it.
you die in the mime zone, do you die in real life?
No.
Yes, we proved that. You had a gunshot wound.
All right.
Oh,
the condition I'm
But
gonna
there's
give
no
here-
bullet, so I just want to know, like, if a mime... Okay, so it's a real bullet hole. But if the bullet is imaginary, does it actually do, like, the same internal damage to, like, organs and stuff that a bullet would do? I'm sorry, I have to... It's driving me insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does?
It functions as a real bullet. It just
Okay.
doesn't exist.
Okay. I'm sorry. I have
Are we
to-
good?
Yes,
Yeah.
I feel much better
All right.
now, actually.
Amaris and Mori. So Yuri and Aiden, the two of you are pushing through, navigating easily, being very conservative with your movements, being able to like move through the water easily. Your natural kind of like hardiness helping you withstand the chill down here. Mori and Amaris, the two of you are struggling, breathing hard, trying to swim easily, having a hard time navigating. But the worst part of it all is the cold that is seeping through and causing your muscles to feel fatigued and locked up. You are both going to gain the chilled condition, which is a queen.
Oof.
Club queen?
It is a clubs. Queen of clubs.
I met a club queen once.
I've met several. Hey.
So you ride chilled, you put that on your deck. The effect here, I will let you know, if this condition is drawn twice without any attempts at venting it, you permanently remove one card from your deck.
Whoa.
As the
Permanently?
cold as the cold takes irreversible toll on your character's body. To resolve this condition, you have to warm up. So
Okay.
not too hard to resolve if you were anywhere else but here.
Okay.
I give big hugs.
I'm kind of furry.
Yeah. Just sandwich them between the two of us.
You're also both very damp and wet too.
Well, I mean, not right now when we're literally underwater. I'm stupid. I'm not that stupid. I understand how water works.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm kind of a dumbass.
Kind of a dumbass.
You're a scientist.
As you're pushing through the water here into the darkness and following these tunnels again, luckily you don't have like big tanks and apparatus that you're following because you have to squeeze through a couple of passages too. Aiden, you do a very good job despite your current situation of not panicking.
It's because the man just wants to get out through as quickly as
Yeah.
possible.
And navigating through here and continuing down, looking for any signs of anything. You're searching for something that you don't know what it looks like. You don't know where it is. You don't know what to expect in an area that's unfamiliar to you. There's a lot that is stacked against you, and you all feel that weight of that pressure.
Aiden is fully just replaying like the Tomb Raider movies in his brain. Like this is what she would do. She would do this. This would be cool. She's super strong. She'll be fine.
Yuri is also playing the Tomb Raider movie where she's diving in the scene, but then it meshes together with Beowulf where she's coming out of the water really sexy and golden.
I knew I shouldn't have shown you Beowulf.
As you are
Whatever
moving
works.
through again, continuing to feel that sense of like, with each movement and stroke forward, pushing through the water, that feeling of hope, like fleeting, being drained out of you, this sense of desperation and this nagging sensation of a lost cause that you will not be able to avoid. And it's daunting, and all of you are struggling to push through it. As you are swimming down, you do see another passageway continues, and you see some signs here of maybe some debris that might have been washed down here at some point. From the surface, you can see like bits of metal and intermixed with the rocks and the destruction down here. And you see a very faded looking panel of this like green painted metal with this white lettering across it. And you see in French the words Arrête, c'est l'Empire de la Mort. Is written across the sign.
Know what a couple of those words mean?
I know a ret.
No more.
I know Mort.
Uh,
If we pull together, we can solve it.
I think I decided before that y'all have like your communicators have built-in like translators and stuff too.
A ret means stop. It's on all
Um,
the stop signs in Montreal.
Yeah,
What
the
is
Don't dead
sign-
open inside.
It says don't
the-
dead open inside.
No, the sign translates as you pull it up. Your communicators like reaffixing the letters and translating it for you. You see like across the displays of your visors, the words in English: "Stop! This is the Empire of Death."
Well, that's prophetic.
Yeah.
Empire of Death is actually a really great song.
I mean, it might as well just say abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Pretty much.
Well,
Which we will not do.
Dante entered and he turned out fine.
Did he?
He had to fight through several layers of hell. No, that's the video game.
No, he was just kind of escorted in the story.
Well, obviously it can't mean all then.
We definitely enter.
We definitely do.
I need everyone to make the same check for me again.
Fuck.
Okay.
The force or the save?
No, not the athletics one. Sorry, the
Embodiment, whatever.
perseverance, embodiment, articulation.
Yeah. Roll for doom.
I'm gonna up this to 6 cards.
I spend a point to recompose.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yes, you can.
Well, golly lolly gumdrops. Yeah.
Okay, it keeps coming up. I keep just drawing these. Don't let them take away your hope. Can I use it again?
Yeah, you can use that one.
Okay.
How do you vent queens again? You just discard them?
What is it for venting the queen?
Yeah. Venting means you fail the check, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So you can. Your options for queen is you suppress it by moving to your discard pile,
Mhm.
or you vent it, which lets you fail the check, but you put it in your removed pile.
Okay.
The quote, I got 13.
13.
Yeah.
You have a pretty big ego came up as well. So with my quote, I'm at 9.
My quote came up, but it doesn't apply to me. It would apply to Aiden with I got shot. But I got a 15.
16.
Okay. Here you got a 15. All right. Sorry, I'm tallying up a few things here. Okay. A couple things happen here.
Oh no.
Aiden. You feel something inside of you like solidify. Like something like air out of a balloon had been leaking and then suddenly is like stopped and is patched. And you feel inside of your or you hear inside of your mind a very faint voice whispering to you, it's, Aiden,
My buddy.
it's gonna be okay. I think I figured out what's going on.
Okay.
Do you see it yet?
What am I looking for?
And as and Hope says to you, it's in front of you. Just focus. And as Aiden sort of centers himself and feels that, you see something sort of entwined around you through the water, and you realize it's been here the whole time. You just, that sense of hopelessness was preventing you from following it. Some sort of presence here goes beyond it, and immediately, like you your mind clarifies and you realize that you have been pushing against some sort of force that has been trying to get you to leave. And in order to do so, it had been slowly, subtly, but powerfully siphoning the hope out of you. But hope is your essence, and
Oh god.
it could only do so for so long. And you see in the water around you a trail of light, like a ribbon that winds through the air or through the water, and you can see the path that it's leading ahead.
Arise, you tarnished. I can see that grace. I'm playing a lot of Elden Rings. Guys, can you see that?
What?
The light.
No.
You okay, Aiden?
I think I know where it is. Zoom.
Follow that boy.
Aiden begins to swim ahead, and the rest of you continue to follow. Aiden pushing through the water, swimming, following the tunnel. You can see that ribbon of light extending ahead of you, winding around passageways, and you feel the sudden enthusiasm and this optimism whelming through you.
As he goes, I think Aiden is saying that over the comms is like, something's been trying to get us to leave. That's what we've been pushing against this whole time. But I think I pushed through it.
Really?
Yeah.
Any idea what it was?
Something that's trying to take away our hope.
Huh.
I'm gonna need one more check from Yuri, Amaris, and Mori.
I'm gonna spend to recompose.
Okay. And I will say, if you don't want it, because of the nature of the scene being high intensity, if you don't want to spend a recompose, you can fail to choose to recompose and then try on the next check. Just
I'm gonna spend just so I'm gonna spend for now.
okay.
I have one card left in my deck, and it must be my queen because I didn't pull it.
Ooh.
That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to recompose. But I got 10.
11.
Okay. You're got 11. Mars got a 10.
Yeah, I'm just
Marty.
gonna go ahead. I'll recompose. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna spend a recompose?
I'm gonna spend a recompose. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to spend a recompose.
Oh, okay.
Because with that last check you make, Amaris, you feel that same sensation Aiden did, and you begin to see that light ahead of you.
I should have taken that opportunity. I failed anyway.
You got a grave failure?
Got a grave, yeah.
Okay.
Today has
Yeah.
not been kind.
It has
It's
not.
fine. We're in the end game, fellas. Like,
Mhm.
it makes sense. It's fine.
I want to expedite this process to finish this part out because I want to know. I need to see how many times y'all fail before you succeed.
Okay.
Yuri and Mori, go again for me.
Oh god. This isn't good. There's two queens in here. but my faceless should also be in here so I can get rid of them.
17 this time.
17 for Yuri.
Mhm.
Yuri, you begin to see it too. You have succeeded.
3. I got 3.
Mori, you have still failed.
At last I see the light.
Mori, go again for me.
Oh no, Mori.
Come on, Mori.
This is really sad for him.
I mean, it
We'll
does
play.
make
I want to.
sense.
I want to do the checks, see how many it takes, and then I will narrate how this kind of all comes to you.
Okay.
And again, if you want to
Reduce the amount.
Well, yeah. Well, not necessarily reduce it. So I will let you know, just for the sake.
Well,
of...
I'm going to need to fail an additional one to recompose.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
you're failing.
shuffling now because it takes a bit. All right, here we go.
All right.
1.
So you failed one more.
Yeah.
To recompose. Okay. Or is that 6 failures? I'll say for the others, Aiden was at 2, Amaris at 3, you're at 4.
Do I get to know what I'm aiming for?
No.
Okay, you got a pretty big ego, huh? I'm at 8 right now.
Okay.
Pull again?
That's it? Yeah, you have to pull again.
Oh god.
So Mori's at 7 failures.
This is first time that chilled has come up and I can't get rid of it in a healthy way. So that's 3 hearts for a failure.
8 failures.
3,
10 failures. You get to go play the lotto.
5. This is another 8. I can't get any higher than that.
8. That is enough for you to succeed.
Okay.
Oh.
I was right. It was the total. Right?
Yeah, the DC going down makes the check because how many times you fail makes
I will
the
let
DC
y'all.
go
So
down.
here's what I will let y'all know. But now that we've gone through it, what the mechanic there was, these were parse resistance checks. There was a. You all
A parse
realize as soon as you have kind of gone through this, it must be old because you have not sensed one since you got here. But there was a divine parse in place in this location to ward people from going this
down.
far down, that drained the hope from them. And that same quote comes to mind: abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Wow.
I fucking knew it.
And yeah,
Mori is particularly susceptible
you had to
to
give
despair.
you feel that despair as more you failed 8 times together. You had to get a 35 to succeed on it. So as you're all following Mori in the back and swimming behind the others, each one of them kind of being stirred onward, you almost feel yourself being, you're not actually falling any further behind, but you can almost see that like tunnel vision of like them growing ahead of you, and you feel this desperation to like, you don't want to be here, you just want to leave. Why are you involved in this? You're a politician, you're a bureaucrat, like why are you here? Why are you doing this? Like you don't belong here. And that's all just like pushing against you as the other 3 become sort of emboldened to move ahead. And you can feel that presence inside of you, that something you have not necessarily experienced except in fleeting moments for the last few years, of an old wound, a corruption, a darkness inside of you that you once overcame. And that feeling, that hopelessness, that surrendering to that darkness, you almost reach that point of no return. And then you see that flittering of light ahead of you. And I think for Mori, there is hope to it, and you know to follow it, and you know what you just overcame, and you know that you've pushed through it. But that fact that you got so close to the edge and how dark you felt yourself descend in that moment, I think sticks with Mori. And you can decide how that manifests, but you all follow this light forward, and Aiden, as the person out in front, you begin to see that light weaving back up, and you can see a broken section of the corridors, the catacombs ahead of you, and you can see the reflective surface of water above you as you breach the surface into an air-filled chamber.
I start pulling everybody up behind me.
Everybody
Amaris,
is
Place.
I want to
Everybody-
say that like it takes long enough for Mori to appear that like there's that first hint of worry that it starts to creep up,
I'm going back in for him.
and then sploosh, she comes back out.
We did it.
As you all emerge into this room, I think more focused on each other in that moment and climb and pulling everyone out. You don't really take sense of your surroundings for a few moments until you know everyone's safe, and you realize a few things as you're standing in here and kind of pulling your respirators off and taking a few breaths of pretty stagnant air. There's light in here. And I think that dawns on you because it's in that moment of realization, it didn't seem weird for a second. It's so normal for a room to be lit that you took a second to adjust. You realize that shouldn't be here. There shouldn't be light here. And you turn and you can see you are in an old section of the catacomb, someplace that you can just sense and feel this area has not been seen or touched by human hands in centuries. And you can see these skulls completely line every surface of the room. Floor, wall, ceilings, all covered in this patchwork motif of skulls staring hollowly out at you. And that on its own would be unsettling enough, but for a dais at the center of this room, upon which an altar is constructed, and there is kneeling in front of that altar, back to you, motionless. You see the silhouette of a young woman clad in white vestments, kneeling and holding a crucifix, as she is seemingly frozen in time there before this altar.
What
Hello?
You say hello. It echoes through this chamber across the water and in this hollow room. The woman does not turn to move, but you hear a soft voice echoing from where she is kneeling. And she says, in a I think the words are translated for you because they are spoken in French. So you're getting the voice and the translations. I'm not going to sit here and speak French because I'm not fluent in it. And you hear through the translators, it says, she says, "Why have you come to this accursed place?"
We're looking for an artifact? A brush?
Protect it. We don't want to take it.
Right.
The relic is my charge to protect. Leave. By the grace of God, I shall keep it safe.
There's some really powerful people on their way right now that are going to try to take it from you.
None shall pass the warning that I have created. Leave. I implore you, lest you be destroyed.
Is the warding over you?
I protect this place. In the name of the Almighty Father above. None may pass its threshold.
If your protections do fail, then who will protect you?
I have stood vigilant here for centuries, and I will continue to do so. Once more, and once final time, I implore you to leave.
Things aren't the same as they were centuries ago. People have new abilities, new powers, and we made it this far with good intentions, so it's worth thinking about what people with bad intentions could do. Because bad people don't rely on hope.
Then you will not back down. You will not turn back.
No.
You see her shoulders slump, and she stands, turning, still clutching the this item in her hands, this crucifix in her hands, and she looks at you. See a young woman with sort of dark brownish blonde hair, and a sad look on her face, and she says, "Then by the word granted to me by the Lord above, I, Jean d'Arc, will destroy you myself." And that's where we're gonna end this session.
You threw mimes at us. You threw Dante at us, and now you're gonna have fucking Joan of Arc kick our ass? Are you serious right now?
Whoa!
Joan of Arc can kick my ass any day.
Hey.
Are you busy later after this ass kicking? Because like,
I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this arc, but I've
Apparently.
committed
A
to
lot.
it. I've
Quite a
committed
lot.
to it. Yes, Joan of Arc is a parseling, and yes, you're gonna have to fight it.
Fuck.
That is where we're gonna end our session for tonight. And if anyone saw that coming, I swear to God, I do not believe you.
I had an inkling.
You had an inkling that you were gonna have to fight Joan of Arc in a
No, not
in
at the
catacomb
beginning,
for
but
No,
when we
just when
made
the
it in,
young
and there's a young
woman
woman in
Oh
here.
yeah, at that point,
Yeah.
you could have put the pieces together at that point. That's gonna be our session for tonight.
Wow.
Fuck me, dude.
We getting weird in this place. So that is it. Let's do our end of session questions. And then y'all can yell at me.
I'm too tired.
Exhausted.
I got nothing left.
I
All right.
am a bicycle. Too tired.
All right, script criteria. Each character here gains a script.
Hey.
Each character who has learned something new or experienced character growth gains a script.
So many new things.
I would say so.
Joan of Arc lives underneath this fucking basilica. Woo!
Heroism. Each character who commits heroic feats of survival and persistence with the intent of saving others or granting others a few precious moments of respite gains one script.
Aiden, definitely. I think everyone but Amaris, since she just kind of had to get saved today.
Well, you got the kill shot on the last mime.
Mm-hmm.
Who was assaulting Aiden.
Yep.
Sure, I saved this list of how many failures
I'll
y'all
take
had.
it.
Jesus.
Uh,
It's fine.
Can't wait to introduce this mechanic next time.
Lord.
Okay, the next one.
Yeah, I don't think the Lord's on our side, my dude.
No. No, I guess he's not.
At least I still have the power of anime on my side.
She's got God, we've got anime.
We got anime.
Yeah.
And we're about to see which one's better.
So, did we have any grave failures today?
No,
No,
I think we
not
had a
a
lot of
one.
successes.
Not a one.
Everyone gains a script for grave failures. Jesus, that's the
Wow.
first time that's happened.
I
think.
just,
Yeah.
I do want
Yeah.
to point out something that I've always thought was hilarious. Once per session, if the character achieves a grave
grave
failure,
You can shoot for it.
Hey,
or
that's a positive way.
voluntary ops for
We
it.
fail
But the
forward.
word achieves in there, because it's also in critical success. When a character achieves a critical success, okay, great. If you achieve a grave failure,
like it's something to aspire towards.
You got it.
I mean,
As a
watching
character-
us play, you would think it was.
Today, yeah, there were so many grave
So
failures
many.
today.
I
mean,
only got
admittedly,
one.
this might be the most checks I've ever had y'all make in a session, but yeah, there were a lot, an uncharacteristic amount of grave failures today. All right. Did we have any critical successes though?
Not a one.
No.
I don't
Oh.
think so.
Not a one.
That's what really makes it rough, is that there were so many grave failures and no crit successes.
No crit successes.
Uh,
Hey, I mean, like in the game where like we're fighting despair itself, I
That-
feel like that's apt.
It does make a lot of sense.
it does make everything. You know what? The cards tell a story.
Sure do.
Boy,
Here's a
dude.
paring knife for you to cut through this pear.
The they may achieve a goal.
No.
Oh,
I might
shit.
right before this next battle.
Was
'cause I'm
anyone's
gonna
goal
die.
to fight mimes in the in the basements of Paris?
Absolutely not. Nor was it to have my ass kicked by Joan of Arc. Well, that'll be next time. Maybe I'll add that as my goal.
Yeah, everyone
that'll
create
be
a
a
goal
goal.
to have your ass kicked by Joan of Arc, and then
Listen
you
here,
can,
Miss Ark. You're gonna kick our asses, and we're gonna like it. So you're gonna be the one uncomfortable. Think about that before you start fighting us.
Yeah, talk
Oh,
to God
no.
about that, why don't you? Fucking Catholics, let's go.
I mean, we could.
Oh boy. Okay. Quotes. Let's do your stars and wishes, and then we'll give out a quote. We already know what the quote's going to be, but let's get to the stars and wishes. All right, Van, you want to kick us off?
My star is gonna go to Amaris, for who I think, while we all had a fun time doing it, I think Amaris succeeded at being the most creative at the miming.
Yeah.
I think Amaris is the winning mime among us.
Chief mime.
She's the chief mime.
Chief vibe.
Mime queen.
And yeah, I mean, a lot of great stuff happened in this session, but Amaris had like a cannon and a sniper rifle, and it was very just fun to me. That encounter was really fun, but I think Amaris won it. My wish.
I wish.
My wish is to take a nap. I'm so
That can be arranged.
Well,
That was
I can
so
grant
much.
that wish. As soon as we're done.
This one was a lot. We haven't had one that was this much in a while. I
Yeah,
don't
this
think.
got
My wish
my wish.
is I want us to get out of this and just be able to relax for a minute.
I'm trying to think if I can promise that.
If we don't die.
Yeah, we will see. Wonderful. Thank you, Aiden.
You're
or
welcome.
Van.
It's fine. They're basically the same.
Basically the same person. All right. Who is next? Sid or RJ?
RJ.
RJ.
It's me. Okay. God, I gotta. Val, you got a star for the fucking mimes. Was the reduction to their armor to 0 an on the fly ruling?
No, that was planned.
Okay.
I don't know how you're gonna top that one.
That was.
I think that's the
very
best one.
Ridiculous.
I feel like that's something you could
Ridiculous.
put into literally any system and it would still be great.
Yeah, you fight mimes and you get an advantage.
You need
if
to write that
mime
up,
things
throw
back
that
at
up
them.
on GM's Guild. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I had thought about that. So I was like, these
You
things are
can
pretty
bet I'm
rough.
gonna put that shit in the Feywild.
Fighting some Fey mimes.
It's going
Gotta find
directly
something.
into the Feywild. Where else would you find
yeah.
fucking mime?
It came to me in a fever dream, along with the rest of this arc, this Joan of Arc.
I will cut the feed.
Turn this thing around.
So much of this arc was just like I had one day where I sat down and I made all of this, and I look back on it and think, what was I smoking that day?
Yeah.
And can I have some?
Yeah,
Can
I
I
need
fucking
more.
have some?
Yeah, for real.
And God, but yeah,
thank you, RJ.
you get that star. My wish, I wanna find out what the fuck those failures do to us against Joan of Arc, because you said you're gonna
Yeah.
save those for future reference. What?
whoa.
So
Can't wait.
scared.
Can't wait.
I'm so scared.
Well, you will find that out next time. Thank you, RJ. Sid.
Fuck. So much happened. Just so much. Like, my brain is mush right now. Danae, do you want to go? Because just I am
Sure.
scattered.
I'm pretty easy because mimes is also my star. But
Mime.
for the sake of variety, I'll touch on the fact that Val is just such a masterful DM that they have a unique brand of despair ready to go for every player. And like I was feeling feelings when Mori's despair was described. Like I was all like, oh shit, I forgot this is a really good DM.
I forgot.
I forgot feelings. So yeah, that's my star. My wish. I was working on my wish, and then it was suddenly my turn.
Y'all are too sweet to me. You're gonna get my ego way too big on this.
You got
Oh,
a pretty big ego.
You got a pretty big ego, huh?
There you go.
My wish is to have a moment to unpack Mori's guilt with regarding Yuri. And when I say unpack that, I mean in however way that manifests. It's sometimes I use wishes just to remind myself to do things. And that's it. That's it for me. I got those. That's my style. That's my wish.
Thank
Okay.
you, Mori.
Star. I guess Star's gonna go that little check-in with Yuri and Aiden before we jumped into things. Cause hey, check on your friends. You know, it's good. Like,
Yeah.
you know what they're going through.
That was
And
very
we were
sweet.
going through jumping into a fucking catacomb. That sucks. So hey, check on your friends when they're going through a metaphorical catacomb, okay? You know? Even when they're super strong, like Aiden and Yuri. Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Good for them.
Yeah. My wish is to befriend Joan of Arc.
Yeah. Shit, you have a better wish than me. That's a good wish.
I want to be friends.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. She's very stubborn.
Gathering that, yeah.
I'm gonna give the quote because I said I was gonna do it.
You can't play their games.
You can't play their games. You don't have to. That he'll just mime a door part. It's mostly that you can't play their games.
You can't
But
play
that
their
whole-
games.
Can't play their
Actually, could be
games.
That
used.
whole thing killed me so
Oh
much.
god.
He'll just mime a
Mime a door.
door. You can't play their
Play
games.
their games.
That is a quote that needs to go on our next Smash cut we make for the YouTube.
Yes.
I need that. I need.
Yeah, we
that
got
clip
RJ
in
clipped
there.
it. We got to turn that into a highlight so it'll live on forever.
Oh my god!
Um,
Yes,
because
please,
you
that-
can't play their games. It's really good. I'll replace the last Danae quote that I have in the trailer. Which what do I have in there that you said?
Disappearing into the dimension of
Yeah.
regret.
Disappearing into the dimension of regret.
Dimension of regret.
Watch.
I should-
Just mime a door. You can't play their games. That will be out of context. That is the most unhinged.
It's
quote
completely
to
unhinged.
have. Oh my
So
god!
good.
As is most of
So
the stuff
good.
we've discussed here today. Thank you everyone out there for watching. As much of a delight as always. We will be back next Saturday to continue our campaign. Join us in the meantime, like I said before, on Monday we'll be continuing with Red Jenny. Also a pretty tense moment, so come hang out with us for that at 8
In
o'clock.
different ways.
Different ways.
You look a little tense, Ben.
Some of it's sexual
tension.
Little
Yeah.
tense.
So join us for that at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We're playing Dragon Age. And then join us throughout the week for everything else we've got going on. Thank you to my lovely players, as always, for being amazing. And thank
Thank you
you
for the game.
everyone else out there.
I'm not
in the
sure I
chat.
should thank you for this one.
I'm sorry for the game.
We're sorry about the game this
We're
time.
sorry.
We will see everyone in 1 week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Take me